I'm a fish boy who skates for Team X Blades with a leprechaun who plays basketball. Come to my smart house, meet my alien sister. Don't come hungry because I'll bet my mom can't cook.
Hello and welcome to Mum Can't Cook, a decom podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Luke Westaway. I've had a cold this week, so apologies if my voice sounds a little creaky. And who's here with me?
I'm the other host, Andy Farron. Don't worry, Luke, your voice sounds fine. I don't think it's going to be a problem for the episode.
Oh, don't you?
So,
okay. Well, how about a little wager?
Well, as I said,
You're a gambling man?
I don't think it'll be a problem. Not really, no.
You're a gambling man?
So,
want to put your money where your mouth is?
I mean,
your big mouth, run in your mouth.
Wow. Okay. What's this opposition energy you're bringing to the podcast this morning?
I'll bet you the Eiffel Tower that I can make it through the whole podcast.
The Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Well, the real one in Paris.
Yes, I win. I get the Eiffel Tower. You win. The tower's all yours.
Okay. Do the people of France, are they okay with this? Right, all right, fine. Okay, let's do that. Fine.
I'm Andy, I'm scared. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, now the stakes are raised.
Damn. All right, fine, you're on.
Scared of losing the tower?
No, not scared of losing. It's not my tower in the first place, but I'm not scared.
Okay.
I don't even know what I'd do with it if I had it. But you are on, sir.
Ride a bike on it, probably.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens in the film we're recapping today, which is called Buffalo Dreams.
2005's Disney Channel original movie.
2005, yeah.
Which is all about a city boy moving to New Mexico, brackets, actually Utah, and learning about Navajo culture.
Top line thoughts. I was kind of watching this one from like behind a cushion.
Right.
Afraid and fully expecting that it was going to be deeply insulting and problematic. I am a white British man, so it's not like my radar is the most finely attuned, but my general sense was that this movie is kind of harmless, very well-meaning, kind of earnest, bland, a sort of like pale oatmeal of a movie.
I think they definitely have combined a bunch of different sort of tribal traditions into the Navajo here.
There are certainly points as well where it sort of verges on patronizing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it very much leans into the sort of magical native tropes.
My God.
Quite a lot in this movie.
And there's a character. Okay, we'll get into it. But generally speaking, I don't know. I found this film just sort of washed over me. It's quite earnest. It's quite dull, but it does have an extreme sports competition for no reason. So
yes, it does have a race against an evil boy at the end, which is my preferred way of ending decoms. So I was pleased to see that.
For the future of the Navajo culture. Are the two competitors white male teenagers? Yes.
Yeah, but the fate of the Navajo peoples rests on their BMXs.
Yeah, it does. Okay, here's the trailer.
We're moving somewhere beyond cell phone service.
It is so beautiful.
What is it, the scrub?
Josh has to find a way to fit in.
No dirt heads allowed. Who are you calling dirt?
Thomas wants to find a way out.
I need a real job, a money job.
Who works here, restoring the buffalo.
They need help at that reserve.
I met that guy who works there and he was a jerk.
He's not coming. The guy's a tourist. You and your friends trash shining steps.
I didn't tag anything.
That is so weak.
The boys need to find a balance with nature.
Two kids with nothing in common.
Where are you going?
That's your problem. Stop being a follower.
I'm not a follower.
And everything at stake.
I have to race for my mistakes.
Who are you to take this on?
But can they come together for something bigger than the both of them?
The buffalo are stampeding. They're going to destroy the town.
Buffalo Dreams, Disney Channel's newest original movie.
Okay, before we kick into it, let me hit you with a 5-star review. This one comes from King Dragon 6, who says, I used to be able to listen to intellectually stimulating podcasts on a variety of topics. Now, whenever I settle down to one, I find myself thinking, why am I listening to this when I could be listening to two full adult men doing dad-shattering dunks on decades-old children's media? And unable to find the answer, I re-listen to Mum Can't Cook. No regrets, 5 stars. Thanks very much, King Dragon 6, I think.
Yeah, in your face, This American Life.
Yeah, and like The Moth, Wait, is the moth still a going concern? Probably. I haven't listened. I also haven't listened to podcasts other than my own for about 5 years. So
I don't know what the moth is. Is it a podcast by a moth?
it's a podcast by moths for moths.
Where you can find light sources.
Yeah, exactly.
How you shouldn't fly into candle flames.
That's the great tension of the moth existence, and they get into that because it's like we want the light, but we know that we'll catch fire and die when we touch it.
How to get powder on your wings and what kind of powder it is.
Yep. How to impress a mate with your powders.
Tips for the modern moth. The pros and cons of dating a butterfly.
Okay. Buffalo Dreams.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Buffalo Dreams.
We open on a car driving through the New Mexico plains.
Yeah. Although,
as you say, Andy, is that your shot in Utah, right?
I'm pretty sure it's all Utah, yeah.
There is a boy asleep in the back of the car. His name is Josh.
He's one of those 90s kids that is like all hair, who has a hairline that begins like a centimetre above his eyes and just goes all the way
he's
up.
got like, even though this was like 2005, he's still got that sort of, do you remember like hair gel isn't really a thing that you like encounter much these days?
Not like wet look hair gel, crispy.
Yeah.
Hair.
Solid, spiked up. We see, as he sleeps, we see Buffalo running wild. He's already having Buffalo dreams.
Yeah, he looks at his flip phone and sees there's no service. We are moving somewhere beyond cell phone service. Doesn't that bother you, he says. This boy's name is Josh.
Yes.
He played the friend character DB from Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off.
Oh, yeah.
But here he has been promoted to lead.
Nice. Let's see how he handles it.
Yeah. His mother goes, "It's so beautiful." Like she's been sort of sedated or is possibly high on Valium.
Mum, I would say like simpers is the word for how Mum is through most of it. Mum simpers her way through this movie.
She's played by the actor who plays Ross's ex-wife on Friends.
Yes.
So she is quite familiar looking.
Yeah. And the dad is the bad dad from Dadnapped.
Yeah, it's the bad dad from Dadnapped. He says, "Look at all this blue sky."
He sort of grunts.
Yeah.
In pleasure.
Grunts in pleasure at the sky being
He's
blue.
sedated his wife and moved his family across the country.
They've moved here from Philadelphia where the sky is orange, green, some other colour.
Oh, it's not the real colour of colour of sky.
The real colour of eggs.
It's just not quite right. Suddenly they do get radio signal. Josh leans forward excitedly, but the radio news is just covering the big news in New Mexico, which is cow birth.
Yeah. 7 buffalo calves have been born. Josh can't believe this news.
I know.
Nothing else has happened in the state of New Mexico today.
Nothing at all. They pull up to a trading post and we get the title on screen that the music is by Ramin Djawadi, who wrote the Game of Thrones theme, which is amazing.
Yeah, and the Westworld theme and a bunch of others. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, his name is written out in papyrus, the Avatar font, as are all the titles in this movie.
Yes,
because of like mystical native stuff. I guess.
Yeah.
You got to use papyrus.
Yeah. So Mom tells Josh that as a child she was an army brat and she was moved all over the country, and she's pleased to be passing that trauma on to her son. Because Josh is like, "I don't want to move," and she's like, "Shut up, I had to."
She says, "At least here they speak English." And then a Navajo man in a cool hat exits the store and says hello in Navajo, and Josh is like, "Oh, brother."
And Dad goes, "What did he say?"
What did he say?
Yeah. What did he say to me? So as they walk away, this middle-aged man who's with a little girl, the little girl does some sign language.
Yeah.
And the subtitles come up on screen. "There goes the neighborhood."
Mm-hmm.
And the man chuckles. Inside the store, there's a middle-aged woman who runs it. Her name is Abuela Rose. She is telling them about all of the things they can buy. Aloe gel, aloe shampoo.
She sells various jerkies and aloes.
So many jerkies. Yeah, it's just jerky and aloes. It's very New Mexico in that way, isn't it? In that it only has jerkies and aloe products.
They're the only two things you can buy in New Mexico.
Sorry, I just remembered. I have a story about aloe vera. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah, I would love to hear your story about aloe vera. Let's hear it.
Okay. I once got a cat. And I mean, I've had lots of cats, right? But I got the cat, and I went to when we picked the cat up from the breeder. She tried to upsell me on a load of aloe vera stuff.
She was like, second cat.
Yeah, she was like, now this cat will rust up on you. So you're gonna want aloe vera. And she was like, we got aloe vera, this and that, and sort of pouches and pads and these drops, these aloe vera eye drops. And I was like, I don't think so. I don't I don't really think we need any.
Was this for the cat or for you?
For the cat and for me.
Okay.
But this is the thing. It was, she was saying it's for everyone. Like, it's for everyone and everything. And she was like, and these are aloe vera eye drops. You can put them in your cat's eyes. And I was like, what does that feel? Does that help? Does it hurt? And she said,
it hurts the cat tremendously. It's when it's being badly behaved.
She said, you can put it in your cat's eyes. I've tried it. I put it in my eyes and it doesn't hurt. It just feels intense.
Okay. I mean, you can put a lot of things in your eyes.
This is one of those conversations that like happens while you're backing away, you know?
Yeah, you're slowly walking towards the door. No sudden
slowly
movements.
closing the door. Yeah.
Yeah, well, this woman is sort of as aggressive at trying to push this aloe on the family. She's like putting stuff in their bag that they haven't asked for. They say they don't want batteries, and she sort of mad dogs them. But then we cut to their new home. It's isolated and huge. Where is it? Where is it? Shouts Josh, and he runs inside. He is directed to a bicycle. It's a rubbish old bicycle that I guess came with the house, or Dad like phoned ahead and had pre-delivered to the house before they moved in.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, like a sort of last minute moving gambit. Like, oh, we might pull out of the deal unless you throw in a shitty red bicycle.
Yeah.
And have it placed in the laundry room.
Yeah. He mounts up and he says, it's weak, but it's wheels, in the way that a sort of 10-year-old would think sounded cool.
He obviously puts his helmet on first, even though he's just sort of sat in the laundry room.
Yeah, well, safety. Yeah.
Yeah, safety. This boy, Josh, is a bicycle addict. As he leaves to go and covet his bicycle, Mum and Dad have a bizarre conversation. Mum is like, I can't believe you got him a bike. And Dad says, having his bike stolen and having to relocate for my work again, that's punishment enough.
So the way he phrases this, it sounds like as punishment for something that Josh did, Dad had his bicycle stolen.
Yeah, and also has relocated them.
by like the mafia or something.
Yeah, Josh got 3 detentions, so we moved him to New Mexico.
And stole his bike.
That'll show it.
I want you to take care of Josh's bike.
You know what I mean?
No questions asked.
We find out that Josh is going to be working with Dad in the lab, which Mum thinks will be good for him. Josh immediately starts cycling away, though, and he starts talking aloud to himself, imagining an exciting bike race.
An exciting future as a pro cyclist, I think.
I think so.
But then he's sort of cycling along, imagining this cool bicycle race. But then a sort of sight gag from a 1930s silent film happens.
Yeah.
2 men carrying a large pane of glass walk across this, like a dusty back road.
Yeah, like in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
So Josh, like, screeches to a stop and avoids it, and then they drop the window. And it smashes. And I was like, okay, I think this will probably be the way that they introduce us to some more characters.
Yeah,
but
they'll be like, well, you got to pay off this glass, son, by doing BMX tricks.
Or like, oh, who's this carrying the glass? It's main character Thomas. But no, it's just, well, it's
just 2 randos.
I don't know.
Yeah, Josh looks at the shattered glass. He just goes, wasn't me. And then the scene ends. End of scene. Good.
Later that evening, Mum and Dad look out over the plains. Their house is beautiful, has a gorgeous view. A storm is brewing. They call to Josh to come and take a look at the nature, but he's busy in the garage removing the wheels from his bike, which is unlikely to improve its performance, is my note.
Yeah, well, you take them off and put them back on again, because he hasn't got any other wheels.
You put them back on the other way, facing the other way.
The lights go out, and because they didn't buy any batteries from the wise Navajo, they don't have any way of illuminating their evening. So maybe the simple down-home wisdom of the store clerk was good, actually.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, she was like, she could have been more helpful. She could have said...
The power goes out all the time, by the way.
The power goes out all the time, so it's useful to have batteries. But instead she was like, you got batteries? You need batteries? You need this following on from like listing 100 different jerkies.
Yeah.
Like 100 rare exotic animals that have been jerked. And so the parents understand.
Jerked every animal. That's why I need the aloe.
Like a modern Noah. I've jerked 2 of every animal.
And they're all available here in my store.
Yeah.
So we see the elder Navajo couple from earlier. They're doing some sort of morning routine. Josh uses a telescope to look at a boy who's dancing in a field.
Yes.
And then he rides his bike like directly in front of a speeding truck, possibly trying to end it all here.
Yeah. I think that the sort of prayer that the Navajo couple are doing is the Navajo Beauty Way prayer. I tried Googling like the words they were doing to be like, I wonder. Basically, I was fearful. Like, I worry that they've just made this up. Like,
Right.
You know, just sort of put a load of like done the sort of like mystical fridge poetry. And I don't know. I couldn't find like an exact match, but I don't know. It seems to be based on something.
Yeah,
I
went on
tell.
a few like forums and things like that of people discussing representations of native culture in film and things like that.
Oh yeah.
And the consensus seems to be that the Navajo as a tribe aren't particularly affiliated with buffalo. That's like other tribes, and they've just sort of smashed a lot of stuff together in this movie. But
Right. Okay. Yeah. That tracks. So, did we mention that Josh saw a groovy guy?
yeah, the guy grooving around in a field.
Yeah, that's right. So, when you see a groovy boy wiggling, you hop on your bike and head over.
You got to find out what this is about.
You got to see what it's about. But yeah, this truck that nearly hits him, an irritated kid hops out, plus the young girl who was doing sign language from before. The man is angry with Josh, but as you'll hear, the groovy boy is soon to appear.
There's no riding here.
Why not?
You can't ride off trail, tearing up the grasslands.
I don't see any grass.
No dirt heads allowed.
What's a dirt head?
Mountain bike who rides where he's not allowed.
What do they call you?
Hey, what's going on?
I was just telling this dirt rag to get lost.
Who you calling dirt?
Welcome. I'm Moon, and this is Scout, granddaughter of Abuela Rose Blackhorse, because of a dream her mother had when she gave birth. And this is Thomas Blackhorse, grandson of John Blackhorse, a Navajo elder who came from the Near Water clan on his mother's side, born of the Edgewater clan on his father's side.
I'm Josh.
I'm not interested. Can we do this now?
So, we've met some of our main characters. We've got Moon, the groovy boy.
Yeah.
The little girl is Scout. Thomas is the grumpy kid, and
You can't see from the audio, but Moon is an extremely Scandinavian looking. He has long blonde hair.
Yes.
He's very pale.
yes, and like tie-dye shirts and stuff. He's like a sort of lanky hippie kid. And we also learn that the old Navajo couple, the granddad is John Blackhorse, and Abuela Rose is the woman.
Yeah.
So they are kind of
Navajo
the
elders.
store clerk. And they are like going to be central characters. So what is this thing that they mentioned that they want to do? Seems mysterious. Josh watches as they drop the back of the pickup, and then they all sing "Lean on Me" by Bill Withers to a baby buffalo.
And the buffalo is like, nice, I'll behave, and walks up into the truck.
The buffalo is coaxed. It's coaxed. Yeah, it sort of goes up onto the flatbed.
Yeah.
Josh sort of looks confused.
Moon explains that they tried every song they knew, and this was the only one that worked.
They tried every song they knew.
So they were out there. They were doing every song.
I think probably the buffalo was just sort of like, okay, all right, God, if he'll stop you singing.
If it'll stop you singing, Bill. No, I think buffaloes really like Bill Withers. I think
Buffalo
that's-
responds to Bill Withers. Yeah.
They were out there doing it all. They were doing the Minions song from the Minions movie. They were doing.
Yeah, that would be
K-pop
the
Demon
first
Hunters.
thing you'd try, wouldn't it?
It would. I mean, you'd probably try, I don't know, a song with buffalo in it, like Buffalo Stance by Nana Cherry.
Yeah, Buffalo Soldier. I think the buffalo might find that insulting.
Well, I mean, you don't know till you try, do you?
Although, if the buffalo finds it insulting, it might angrily move towards you, and then you just go onto the truck.
Just coax it up into the truck, yeah.
You just coax it. Yeah, just coax it. Just coax
Anyway,
the buffalo.
we are to understand that these buffalo are a problem because they were always getting out. So,
That's always,
and having to be coaxed with the sweet Nightingale song of Bill Withers.
The thing about buffalo is that they roam, and that's a problem.
That is the problem, yeah.
So, cut to Josh in Dad's car. They're driving to Dad's work. My son's first day of work, Dad says proudly, and he ruffles Josh's gelled hair, which must have felt horrible.
Yeah, it'd be like shoving your hand into like a bed of nails. It's just like solid spikes.
Yeah.
Dad pulls his shredded hand back, spurts of blood going in every direction.
like a wet brush, you know?
Yeah.
Like
a wire scrubbing brush.
Yeah. There is a radio debate happening that they listen to. The debate is about buffalo, whether they are good or bad.
Yeah, a woman on the phone had her truck charged by a buffalo, and she can't believe that people countenance these beasts.
The woman is Jean.
Oh,
she's
really? She has a name?
She has a name. Yeah, she pops up like 4 more times in the movie.
Is that the same woman every time?
Yes, it's the same woman. It's this woman who's like being haunted by buffalo.
This woman who's been like clearly angered some kind of buffalo god.
Yeah. Jean, cursed.
She's having
she's cursed by
a
buffalo.
separate movie, which is like a sort of slasher film where the killer is a buffalo.
Yeah.
Like a supernatural buffalo ghost that's just stalking and killing her the whole movie.
Okay, the radio debate is against a Navajo elder, I think, called Touched by Lightning, who says nothing.
The radio debate is against a buffalo who just goes...
Yeah. Well,
a powerful rebuttal.
Well, not everyone would agree.
That's easy for you to say, Buffalo.
Oh, he's goring
As they drive, Josh sees some local youths bullying Thomas Blackhorse and is conflicted.
Yeah.
Because while Thomas Blackhorse was rude to him, he also has a strong sense of moral turpitude.
He does, yes. The kids have bikes and they appear knavish. Cut to...
It's too early to describe them as some kind of bicycle knave gang until we see what they get up to later, but they do appear knavish.
That's true. Okay, we cut to Dad's work. It's some kind of satellite dish factory. I don't know. Welcome to the New Mexico Astrophysics Research Center, says one of Dad's happy colleagues, a named character called Virgil, which I noted because I was like, I guess he'll pop up again, but he's only in this film for like 5 seconds. But Virgil is played by Christopher Robin Miller, who is the voice of Professor Layton. So if you want to hit Professor Layton saying, welcome to the research center and nothing else, this film's got you covered.
Oh, got it, Professor. As they go in, Dad looks at the blue sky again.
Yeah.
Sort of shudders again. He appears to be sexually attracted to the sky, this father, which is why he's become an astrophysicist.
That's quite sweet.
And he says, doesn't all this blue sky just make you want to send up a robotic exploratory spacecraft just to find out what it's really all about?
What do you mean, Dad?
What do you mean, Dad?
What it's really all about? The sky.
Yeah.
He's a sky scientist.
He's a skyophile, this Dad.
Yeah. Okay. So Virgil shows Josh around. There's a big cubicle pool. He's spouting a load of IT nonsense. Dead man walking, says Josh, referring to himself. Good attitude.
He's shown into a photocopy room where his job is to photocopy documents. He does that for ages in a montage and goofs off. And that's that.
Yeah.
We cut to Mum in the general store. Abuela Rose, the store clerk, comes over and says, we lose our power a lot too, but we always get it back. And then there's a long, uncomfortable pause, and she says, I'm talking about electricity.
Yeah. It's strange. Then she starts talking about the varieties of dried corn that they sell. Mom is sort of guilted into buying many types of dried corn, although we will later find out that she describes herself in the most astonishingly annoying way. We'll get to it. She spots a flyer. It reads, come help the buffalo roam. We need volunteers to help mend fences. It says, please contact Thomas Blackhorse. We, of course, know Thomas as the boy who was driving the truck. Mom is drawn to it.
Abuela Rose explains the significance of the buffalo. She says, we need teenagers like your son to help us out. Thomas hates tourists, says the Girl Scout in sign language.
Yep.
Your son would enjoy working with the herd much more than the lab, says Abuela Rose.
Yeah. Mum does a sort of confused, happy face as if to say, wow, I never considered this, but it's probably the best idea I've ever heard. Heard?
Coincidence?
Impossible.
Yeah.
We cut to the radio station. I'm pleased to tell you that the DJ we've been hearing is a child called Domino, and it's Chanel from Cheetah Girls.
Yeah.
She is the DJ. The town's DJ is a child. I don't know why.
A child called Domino. Like it's just like a Fallout New Vegas sort of DJ, a sort of mysterious wasteland DJ.
Yeah, that is kind of the vibe, actually.
Yeah.
So she's about to do an interview with the curly-haired boy that we saw earlier bothering Thomas outside the store.
Yeah, a gang of local bicycle knaves called Kyle and his wrecking crew.
They're kind of slapping each other and misbehaving in the booth.
Like 11.
We've got Kyle and his wrecking crew here, says Domino. These boys want to test your bravery on single track, intermediate and advanced trail riding. Can you fly? Friday at Red Rocks. Be there.
This is a Fallout New Vegas side quest. This is like,
yes.
Hey, out there in the wasteland, I've heard Kyle and his wrecking crew have got a side quest for you.
Yeah, head on out to Red Rocks. I love the idea of taking out a radio ad to challenge other children to bike races. Like sort of paying Absolute Radio or something like, hey, anyone think they're better at BMX than Luke? Come prove it at the shopping centre.
Out there in London, does any Beyblade masters think they can best Luke's spinning crew?
Doubt it.
Come on down to the big Tesco Express.
Come on down to the big Tesco Express. No, not that one. The smaller one. And get ready to let it rip in the car park.
Yeah, outside the petrol station.
My mum's picking me up at 6, so we have to be done by then.
Be there.
Before 6. So Thomas, we cut to Thomas. He's walking with his grandpa, John Blackhorse, to a sweat lodge. He's worried about his future. He doesn't know what he's going to do for a job. We get the impression that Thomas is not as into all of this, the Navajo culture, as his grandparents are.
Yeah.
Grandpa's wearing a dressing gown and not listening.
He tells him that his job is here, taking care of buffalo and his community. A tree must be rooted in the ground before it can grow, he says.
And Thomas is like, I don't know, Grandpa, I feel like I'm not happy. And he's like, shut up. I've just found some mountain pennyroyal.
Yeah.
And he's just completely uninterested in hearing what Thomas has to say.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh, you're going in the sweat lodge, are you? And he says, yes, it's the only place I can get away from your awful grandmother. And then you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And everyone laughs. Back home, this mom can cook.
Well,
Sort of.
She's a cookbook writer, I think.
Yeah, she's using an early digital camera to take photos of her recipes. It's worth saying that they don't look good.
No, they look bad. And they're all sort of made of odd ingredients.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're supposed to take from Mom's cooking. Like, if we're supposed to think she's good or bad. The movie doesn't really comment on it. All we see is the food that she makes. They show it to us. No one ever says, oh, this is good.
No.
And it looks very bad.
Yeah. But it's not, like, obviously bad enough that it's definitely a joke.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a tricky one. In any case, Mum says my editor wants photos of my recipes to go with my book. So Mum's doing some kind of cookbook. But the book doesn't.
Yeah, and website.
And website. Doesn't the book have photos?
No, the website. You have to type out a link in the book on the website.
Yeah.
And then you can see a picture of it.
So Josh complains about his miserable job. Dad is cross with him because he photocopied his face loads, and some of those photocopies of his face got into important internal research memos.
Space report, yeah.
Yeah.
Mum says that she spoke to the Navajo and they need help at their buffalo preserve. I met the guy who works there, says Josh, and he's a jerk. But you could ride your bike, says Mom. I'm all in, says Josh.
Ride my bike, I'm there. So there's a music swell, and that of course cuts to Josh out. He's now riding his bike through the plains. He's heading to meet up with Thomas and the gang. Is this supposed to be a joke?
A dirt head to work with us, says Thomas Blackhorse, because people who ride bikes are dirt heads. That's important.
Dirt heads, not impressed at all. Scout inspects Josh's hands and confirms that he's never worked a day in his life. Moon says you're going to tear your hands up and gives him some gloves to protect his hands.
Thomas Blackhorse can't believe that he'd give up a job at the research centre.
Yeah.
I'd rather be riding my bike outside, says Josh. Free. And then Thomas Blackhorse says, this isn't free. I have to work here. And also, I hate buffalo.
Yeah, I hate buffalo. Why do you make the flyers then? You know what? Doesn't matter. Later, we see them all sort of bullying Josh, doing that.
Yeah, everyone's like a mean dick to him, like driving the truck off as he tries to put things in it. But the music's like...
Yes.
So we know it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
But they are just bullying him.
And Josh grins sort of warily at them in a kind of like, oh, you guys.
You guys.
So, I don't know. They're sort of making friends a bit. We cut to Thomas out in the field. Now he's showing Josh and the others how to do a fence pull with this kind of big tool.
Yeah, he explains that they don't want buffalo running around town because they will launch people and their dogs into the sky.
I mean, sort of.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you don't want to stress them. I've seen him toss a man and his mountain dog way across the field, warns Moon. Josh wants to know why they're doing all this if they don't eat the buffalo or wear any buffalo products. It's a native thing, Thomas replies, not looking up from his work.
Yeah.
So Josh needs to piss.
He says, where do you go around here? And Moon is like, oh, the caves are cool and the community centre has a pool. And he's like, no, I mean urination. And then Thomas says, in the culture of the Navajo, the whole world is a place you can piss.
So Josh heads up to the pissing rock. As he steps away from it, he's suddenly jump scared by no fewer than 3 buffalo, who just sort of teleported in behind him.
In, T-posing,
Yeah.
And then suddenly ready to launch him into the sky with his wiener out.
Yeah, they look at him and lo, They go like, "Rrr." He is terrified. The music tells us that this is a dangerous moment, even though it really doesn't look dangerous at all. Look, I don't know anything about buffalo. Maybe they are extremely dangerous and frightening.
Yeah, probably.
But I don't know. They just sort of look like gentle cows. They're not. They don't look or act scary in this film.
Sweet cows. I look forward to the many, many emails we're going to get about people who are like, my uncle actually was killed to death by 100 buffalo.
Yeah, I'm the only survivor of a buffalo massacre.
Yeah. But he starts singing Lean on Me because he knows that this works. But then he is observed by the bicyclist knaves. Why are you singing? One asks. Josh denies it. You guys aren't supposed to be riding here, he says. This is restricted tribal land for the buffalo.
Yeah.
But then Kyle of the Kyle's Wrecking Crew says, hey, they get 11 million acres and we can't ride on a few.
Yeah.
He's mad about the Navajo lands.
He's mad. We get the impression that this kid, Kyle, is a dick. A racist dick. He said, so he's like, come on, they get 11 million acres, we can't ride on a few. He says that there are moon rocks here where you can get sick air and really big descents.
Yeah.
And Josh is like, oh yeah.
Josh's eyes fly wide.
He's like, oh yeah, really, really big descents, are you for real?
Moon rocks, you say?
Big descents. Thomas, Moon and Scout, the goody gang, they find Josh and there's a sort of minor confrontation. Tell your friends to share, says Kyle, leader of the bicycle knaves, in a way that probably sounded cooler in his head.
Yeah.
And they ride their bikes off like bad boys going, woo, 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 oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Woo. Yeah.
So later there's distant thunder. We should get going. I'll ride back, says Josh. Weather's not a problem for me. We smash cut to weather being a huge problem for him.
Yeah, it starts to pour with rain, lightning's flashing all around, and he basically gets soaked on his way home. So we cut to Josh in the bath, rinsing off the rain, I guess. He's lit some candles, which is quite...
Yeah, he's got a Mills and Boone and a glass of wine.
Yeah, Josh is having a little me moment. Dad knocks on the door and says, are you okay in there? And Josh goes, Looking
at pictures of Sky, are you? I get it.
Dad sensibly ends the conversation there.
But it's his moaning son in the bath. It's like, right, I don't need to know about that.
I'll go downstairs. Next day, the gang of good kids find a branch is down in the path, blocking the truck. So Josh suggests burning it for some reason. I guess he's like, we should burn it.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? Why would you? What?
Yeah.
Josh. But Moon says, we want to preserve, not destroy, our Dinetar, our land that was given to us by the ancient holy ones who came from the sacred Four Mountains. And Thomas looks at Moon, who is, like, as Andy said, the whitest boy in the world, and says, Moon, you're Danish, with what must be said is impressive patience. Maybe in this life, Moon concedes. So, I mean...
Good character, Moon.
Yeah, the good character of Moon. So they disagree on how to lift a branch. Josh wants to count up to 3 like a soft-handed city-slicking champagne idiot. He doesn't know that down-home real Americans count down from 3.
They eat the normal coloured eggs and count down from 3.
Yeah.
But it's wild because he thinks they're going to count up to 3.
Yeah.
They think they're going to count down from 3. So Thomas Blackhorse goes 3, and Josh goes, huh, and immediately lifts. It's like...
Wait, you thought you were going to count up to 3? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, like...
Okay, go on 3. 3!
I think we can all agree that whatever number is said first is the only clue you need.
Yeah, if they say 3 first, we're going down. If they say 1 first, we're going up. It's not hard, Josh. You little idiot. All that hair gel has seeped into your brain, I think.
Yeah, so they have an argument for quite a long time. They hike onwards. Josh is tired, but they crest a hill and then finally get their first view. They observe vast herds of buffalo.
Majestic buffalo.
This is why we're here, Thomas says. Josh says, that's cool, in a way that the Disney Channel hopes is persuasive.
Yeah, this is cool. This movie is cool.
Yeah. It's like...
I know you'd rather be watching DuckTales, but guess what? This is cool. It's as cool.
Have you ever thought that a big herd of buffalo... It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool, you kids.
I know what you're thinking. They're just cows that you don't see a lot. But there's a little more to...
weird cows.
There's weird cows, but there's more to them than that.
There's more to them than that. And they're very spiritual, probably. I mean, I read somewhere, pretty sure.
Yeah.
So we cut to Team X-Blades HQ, home of the bicycle knaves.
Yes.
It's a BMX shop called Charlie Horse. Inside, extreme BMXing is watched on a CRT TV.
Yes. Josh stumbles around awestruck, touching mountain bikes with his trembling hands. Kyle shows up. Also, like, it's worth saying that, like, nobody names Kyle for absolutely ages, but luckily at this point, and only at this point, the subtitles, if you're watching with subtitles, say Kyle. So,
well, he was introduced on the radio. They were introduced as Kyle and his bicycle knaves.
Oh, yes. Okay,
sorry, Kyle and the Wrecking Crew. So, yeah, as he's the leader.
Kyle and his Wrecking Crew of knaves.
Yeah, you can sort of piece together that he is Kyle as the leader of Kyle's Wrecking Crew.
Yes, fair enough. Don't get too attached, he says. It's mine. And he waves a gold credit card around. He's not being...
Kyle and his gold credit card. He's about 11 again.
He's not being unfriendly to Josh, per se, but you can just sort of tell that he's not very nice. Lighter, stronger, and a whole lot faster, he says, and he makes a pitch to have Josh join the gang.
Come out and ride. You're gonna turn into a stiff working on the res.
It's not that bad.
Taking orders from chili pickers all summer? Get real. Grab a bike and come out and ride with us. I mean, they're not that expensive.
So do you have a team or a club or what?
Just some thrashers like us. Cross-country racing, enduro riding, free ride dropping. What else could you want?
Sounds cool.
Hey, Friday we're at Red Rocks. See you there?
So, Scout and Abuela Rose have been nervously watching this interaction from behind a pile of skateboards.
Yeah, Kyle just, like, casually throwing out slurs in the BMX store.
Yeah. I think it's time, says Abuela Rose, for one of my famous potlucks.
Don't go there, signs Scout.
Don't go there to the famous potluck.
Just a dire warning. Yeah, we cut to the potluck. It is a feast for the senses with people doing lasso tricks and cow skulls. Mm-hmm. Thomas Blackhorse is here. Mom has made dried blue corn cheese ball pick-me-ups.
Yes, she hands them to Abuela Rose, who says, "You must be a real chef." And Mum says, "More of a culinary anthropologist."
What do you mean?
My whole body went cold. Imagine describing yourself as a culinary anthropologist. It's the... Oh.
Just full body chills.
Yeah. Oh, boy. So Thomas rocks up. He's carrying a big bowl of something. There's cactus leaves in there. "What have you got there?" says Mum, the cultural food, what is the salad ethnologist or whatever.
Salad phrenologist.
Yeah. "What have you got there?" "Who knows?" says Thomas, and he stomps off. Abuela explains his attitude. "My grandson doesn't speak Navajo or eat Navajo food. He only eats food that comes out of a box or in a bag." Now, I think what Abuela Rose means here is that, like, he sort of eats, processed food.
Yeah, but then, to be fair, like, all of the jerky she was selling was in a bag.
Yeah, that's true.
And all of the corn stuff she was selling was in a box, so I don't know what...
Only out of a box or in a bag. It's just...
He doesn't eat any loose food.
It's got to be...
It's got to be hygienically packaged, the food that he eats.
I'm trying to think if, like, all the food I eat comes in a box or a bag. When was the last time I ate something that didn't come in a box or a bag? I guess fruit doesn't come in a box or a bag.
You would put it in a bag to carry it home from the store.
That's true, yes, I would.
That's ruining it.
Yeah. And, fruit often has, like, a peel or a rind, which is nature's bag, isn't it?
Yeah. Does your pocket count as a bag?
Yes, it does.
You can only buy as much groceries as you can fit in your arms, and you have to go home from the store holding it in your arms.
Oh, that's good. It's a good way to live.
That is a good way to live. That's an ancient creed.
So as night falls, we find the group of good kids at the potluck staring up at the stars. Josh comments that you can't see so many stars in the city. This place is so... ... and he kind of leaves the sentence uncompleted, but Thomas chimes in, "Quiet, hot, boring. Mm-hmm. He hates it here. He hates Buffalo," he says. "Abuela Rose isn't letting you go anywhere, though," Moon comments.
Yeah, "She's such a Navajo," says Thomas. "She wants me to be Navajo."
Yeah.
And then Josh says, "My father's such a scientist. He wants me to be a science."
This is wild. So Thomas is like, my grandparents who are raising me are like really, really like sort of wedded to Navajo culture, and my grandma wants me to eat and speak and live Navajo. And Josh is like, "Yeah, Thomas, I know exactly what you're going through. My dad is such a scientist. He would love me to be a scientist and work in a lab." And
Yeah, it's the same. They're very similar situations.
It's the same. Yeah, same situation, same struggles. Observing them are Josh's dad and old John Blackhorse. John Blackhorse comments that he and Dad have a lot in common, which confuses Dad, who's like, "What? But I'm a scientist."
But I'm a science man.
But I'm a man of science. "We have the same mission," says John Blackhorse. "We do," says Dad. "Well, I've actually begun to shift my focus to the laws and origin of the universe." And John Blackhorse sort of gives him a stare as if to say, "Shut up, you nerd."
John
and he does shut up.
Places his entire hand on his face.
Yeah.
And just crushes it and says...
Squeezes.
Squeezes hard. He says, "To protect our atmosphere and the planets, we learn from the sky, we tell stories of creations, we explore and protect the earth, just like you." And Dad's like,
Yeah. Dad does a nod. Dad does the same nod that Mom did in the general store when Abuela Rose
told about various corns.
Yeah, she's like, They kind of nod as if to say, "Wow, I never thought of it that way."
We learn a bit more about Scouts. We see her listening to music, and Josh is confused by this. "Oh, she can hear fine," says Thomas. "She just doesn't talk."
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Has she always been this way? Not always.
Some kind of trauma has happened in her past. Josh's family leaves the big potluck. Dad's being shady about everyone's names.
Yeah, he is. He says, Dad's like can't believe what a colourful time he's had. He's like, "A boy named Moon, a girl named Domino, and a medicine man who says scientists and the Navajo are like blood brothers."
What an entertaining evening of curiosities.
Yeah, exactly.
Like people earnestly trying to connect with him over their shared experiences. And he's like, "Woohoo!"
He's like, "Woohoo!"
Colourful characters.
Like a sort of Victorian gent going through Crystal Palace. Like, "Oh, the wonders."
Going through a human zoo at the World's Fair.
Yeah, exactly. It's like we saw that conversation with John Blackhorse, and he didn't say anything of the sort.
No,
he was just he was just being polite,
being
and he's
nice
like,
and trying to find shared common ground.
"Oh, he said we're blood brothers." No, he didn't.
Then he did a war dance and let me try on his war bonnet. And no, he didn't.
I don't think he did any
None
of
of this
that.
happened, Dad.
Yeah. So as they pack up, John Blackhorse encourages Thomas to show Josh around.
Show him a good time, he says.
Yeah, so we got to Thomas showing Josh a good time. They are in the forest, a kind of like wooded, scenic kind of area of the plains. "You can't tell anyone about this place," Thomas says very seriously. Josh is like, "Well, I'm lost anyway, so I wouldn't be able to. That's going to be a problem for the plot later, so pretend you didn't hear it." But Thomas says, "Just track the trees to water. If you see a pinyon or a juniper, you know there's no water." Because even though he sort of doesn't like Navajo culture and wants to like leave the state and go have a different life, he's sort of absorbed all of this stuff from his grandparents.
Yeah.
So they come to a fast-flowing river. It looks shockingly dangerous. It's like a series of waterfalls, like flowing over, jagged rocks. It's like a multi-level. I don't know. It just looks extremely deadly.
The kids all disrobe and dive in, whooping and hollering. Moon jumps in. Josh is too afeared, but then he jumps right in a special effects sequence that has to be seen to be believed.
Oh, it's so strange. I think what they did is, I think they like suspended. I think they suspended the kids on strings or ropes, and then sort of put a wind machine under them so that their hair is kind of blowing a bit. And then we're like, "Now wave your hands around as if you're falling."
Yeah.
And then they took that and just sort of like keyframed it onto like, footage of the camera going like downwards towards water. But I don't know why, because they were obviously really there, and we see all the kids swimming for real. Like,
well, you're probably not allowed to like make a kid jump off something. That's probably a rule.
That's fair enough. But like, couldn't you? Well, I don't know.
I feel Disney's got deep pockets. Just like make them jump in, and if something goes wrong,
I think
you've got the money to fight the case.
I think what it probably was is that like they knew that they would only have one shot at it, because then the kids' hair would be wet and they would be all wet, and it'd be annoying to reset. I don't think
Josh's hair can get wet with that amount of wet look gel in it.
Yeah, that's true. It sort of pushes away the entire river.
Maybe that's why he can't jump in, like a perfectly Josh-shaped like, lack of water. He would just slam into the bed and die.
He would slice through the water and hit the riverbed.
Hydrophobic head.
Yeah. But anyway, Josh does jump in, and it's important to note that he does so because his friends are nice and encouraging.
And
him.
also that he has his socks on still. It's important to know that.
Yeah.
So the sacred water flows in this waterfall. Way back when boys came here to learn how to be men, says Moon. Thomas Blackhorse asks why he cares so much about Navajo stuff when he's Danish. And Moon says he likes that they had to, quote, go through stuff, which, I mean, is kind of an understatement, but yes.
So why do you care so much about Navajo?
Because I like that they had to go through stuff.
Only thing we go through is school.
They had to go for days without water. And they'd suck on pebbles just to survive.
Did they have visions?
Nah. I really want to have a vision.
Of what?
I don't know yet. It has to come to me first.
What you see is what there is. I don't believe in that stuff.
I believe in everything.
The Navajo have a lot of stories.
Exactly. Stories. Whenever they don't understand something or why nature happens, they find an animal or a story to explain it.
You don't really care about all this Navajo stuff, do you?
No.
Then why do you get so mad at Kyle and those guys?
It's my job.
So, Moon wants a vision.
He believes in everything.
He believes it. He believes in everything. There's a slight hint of disapproval from Moon and Josh as they question Thomas why he doesn't love Navajo culture.
Yeah.
Thomas is like, it's not for me, I don't like it. And they're like, oh, what? What?
What do you mean?
Why?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Bro,
Why
you
have
are Navajo. You won the jackpot. You get to be the most spiritual.
Yeah. And he's like, I don't want to. I can't believe this. I can't believe you, Thomas. Yeah. So as they leave, Josh is horribly sunburned. Scout picks up an aloe leaf. I've never seen it outside the bottle before, Josh says. My note is stop self-owning, Josh. Like, you're friends with them now. I think you can stop sort of commenting every time there's something that you don't know or haven't seen before.
Understand, yeah.
Yeah.
Just say, you can say thank you. That's the thing you could say.
Yeah, but he squeezes the leaf onto the burn and is healed. Sort of.
Yeah, later his parents are confused by this.
Yeah.
Later on, Thomas Blackhorse's grandparents pick Josh up in their pickup. He's going to Red Rocks for the bicycle knave showdown.
Yeah.
They drive him there. As they pull up, the bicycle knaves are in full effect. Kyle is pleased that he made it. He thanks the Navajo for the ride, Josh does. It's not a restricted area, is it, he asks? And not sacred? They assure him that it isn't.
Yeah.
Be smart, says John Blackhorse.
It was nice of Josh to ask. Yeah. Consider it. So there are about 6 hardcore bike boys lined up at the top of a trail. This course eats bikes, man, warns Kyle. Are you sure you can race on that? And he looks disparagingly at Josh's crappy red bike. Thanks for caring, says Josh. Snippily. Adorably, Josh has also colour-coded his helmet. We haven't mentioned this, but all these children have like Power Rangers colour coding. They've all got like, Kyle has like a blue helmet and a blue bike and always wears blue clothes when he's riding his bike, so you can tell which one's him. It's quite the visual effect as they sort of knavishly cycle around like it's like the Wiggles. It's like if the Wiggles were a bike gang.
We're a gang of bicycle knaves.
Yeah. So a hugely muscular boy blows a whistle and the kids slowly cycle away going, woo, yeah, hey, watch out.
Yeah.
It looks very slow and boring, but the music and the camera are doing their best. There's like low angles, slow-mo shots of small jumps. Yeah. It's got a bit of Johnny Capahala back on board to it.
Yeah, for sure. Josh struggles because of his bad bike, and after a while he hits a big rock and wipes out. Ow, that's gotta hurt, says Kyle, hurtling past.
Yeah.
Bike knaves laugh and hate on him, and he kicks his bad bike. Later, the knaves mock his bike and say it wouldn't have happened if he'd had a sick bike like Kyle's. They also want to go swim somewhere, but they don't know anywhere good.
Uh-oh.
Humiliated and wanting approval, Josh pipes up and says, I know a great place to swim.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no, Josh.
Oh, dear.
No.
Oh no, Josh, you were told to keep it a secret. It's supposed to be an important, sacred, secret place. Immediately, he's filled with regret. We see Kyle ramping his truck up to the secret spot, mowing down wildflowers. He crashes his truck into a tree on purpose, just to sort of bring it down. And then he
says,
yeah, it's like the most disrespect crammed into the shortest space of time.
Yeah, he's like speed running disrespect.
Any percent. Yeah. He's drinking a can of soft drink and he like throws his can into the river and is like, woo, I don't care about the river.
I don't care about the Navajo. Woo, driving.
Yeah, woo.
I'm gonna drive my truck into this tree. Maybe it's sacred. I don't know. Woo.
It doesn't break the truck, weirdly.
No.
So they all whoop and jeer and jump in the water.
Shock and awe, says Kyle. Shock and awe.
Shock and awe. Josh is nervous again. He doesn't want to jump in. But this time, instead of encouraging him nicely, the kids all taunt him and one of them pushes him in.
Yeah.
He crawls out onto the rocks, scared and hurt and full of shame.
His bones shattered.
Yeah.
You could have hurt me, he whines.
We cut to the middle of town. A buffalo is in the road.
Yeah, the Navajo regard it impassively.
Yeah.
And that woman who's having a separate movie about being stalked by a killer buffalo.
He's having a horror movie about being killed by buffalo. Yeah, she stops her car and looks aghast at the buffalo. Not again. And the buffalo sort of looks at her as if to say, I'll never stop. Thomas pulls up at the scene. The buffalo looks at Thomas. He starts to sing Lean On Me by Bill Withers. And the buffalo compliantly lowers its head and follows Thomas.
Yeah.
Good job, Thomas, they all say.
Yeah. Back at the sacred waterfall, Kyle is now graffitiing the holy rocks with
he's spray painting
that he
rocks.
bought.
Josh sees this and runs up panicked. Stop, he says. This isn't your land. Says who? The Navajo. Josh says, give me a break. Kyle asks if he's afraid of a couple of tortilla makers and throws the empty spray can into the river. He's just being so horrible.
The disrespect is unbelievable.
Yeah, we've got to get out of here, Josh says, terrified and scared and ashamed. Back home, Josh is in bed. He won't get out of bed. He tells his parents he's not feeling well, but in fact, the only sickness consuming him is the sickness of guilt.
The sickness of guilt and disrespect of the tribal lands.
Exactly.
We cut to the good gang. The guy's a tourist, says Thomas Blackhorse, because Josh hasn't shown up.
Yep.
It's way too hot, say the others. We have to fix a fence in the north corner where the dirt heads rode over. Then let's go for a swim.
Yep, let's go and enjoy a swim in the unsullied Navajo swimming spot.
The pristine and holy Navajo.
But when they get to the Navajo swimming spot, they find it sullied.
They find it sullied. Dirt Heads has been graffitied onto the rocks. A drinks can bobs in the holy waters.
This is wrong, man, says Moon. Correctly. They go to investigate the scene. Scout begins to sign all the places in the world and he brings them here. You don't know it was him, says Moon. Who else would it be, says Thomas.
Yeah,
reasonably, because he's the only other one who knows. So
yeah, true. Scout signs an ancient curse. She signs, spirits of the four winds, make the buffalo trample their bikes and trucks, let the wild animals stomp them into roadkill. Wait, don't ask the spirits for that, says Moon.
Well, Moon believes in everything.
Yes,
so he's like, oh no, now they will literally be killed. Yeah, don't ask the spirits for that. He says, no, says Thomas. Ask, where's Josh? Uh-oh. We cut to Josh's house, where Mom, the gourmet anthropologist, student of the world's food cultures, tries to cheer Josh up with her corn chipotle popovers. Corn is the symbol of life, she says. All in on this corn sort of thing all of a sudden. Yeah.
Thomas Blackhorse descends the stairs suddenly with Josh's dad. Someone is here to see you, says Dad. And also here, John Blackhorse, the elder.
Yeah.
You and your friends trashed the shining steps. The accusation is thrown. Josh claims it wasn't him. But how did they know? I didn't tag anything, he protests, but you were there, says Thomas. Josh claims he tried to stop them. That's so weak, says Thomas. We told you not to tell anyone of that place, and you show those jerks. Dad apologises to John Blackhorse, the elder, and he says they're sorry and will deal with it.
Yeah, we assure you this will be taken care of. But John Blackhorse has a solution of his own. He says the boys need to find a balance with nature, to live in Hojo. And we sort of cut to that punishment being meted out. We get voiceover from John Blackhorse, who says, there comes a time when you must go into the wilderness alone to discover your true nature. The time spent alone will help you find your ground and determine your place in the world. Embrace the dreams and the animals that may visit you. They will reveal your strengths, wounds, and life's purpose. And over this, we get shots of the two kids, Josh and Thomas, separately packing. Then there's a weird scene where Josh goes to say goodbye to his mum and dad before disappearing into the wilderness.
So
and they pretend to be asleep.
Yeah. So they're being sent out. These boys are being sent out into the wilderness.
Yeah.
On some kind of survival quest.
Yeah.
And Josh is like, well, mum and dad, I'm off now on that punishment you said I had to do. I'm off to go out into the wilderness.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm asleep, can't hear you.
Yeah, they lie there going like, oh, no, bye, Josh. And then Josh is like, well, okay then. And then he leaves. And then after he's left, Dad sits up and Mum's like, no, let him go, and eases him back down to bed. I don't know.
Yeah.
Were they interrupted in the act of lovemaking?
Dad sits up to hear if he's really gone or not.
Yeah.
I think he's gone.
Let's get back to it. Open that window, get me a big view of the sky.
He presses a button and an automatic shutter retracts from the window on the ceiling.
Honey, no, you swore your chain. You said it wasn't about this when we moved here.
Shut up and continue painting yourself blue.
So the two boys are packed up. Grandpa warns them, you must be clear in your heart as to what you seek for yourself, for your people, and for the people of the world. Sunrise is a time to pray. Sunrise is a time to sleep, retorts Thomas. It's a good thing you're going, seethes John Blackhorse. He can't believe his grandson's disrespect.
So they pull up in his truck to the sacred lands. Grandpa takes both their backpacks and empties them of things like sunscreen and blood sugar medication and dim sum.
He empties it all out, and then he gives them each a knife and a blanket and drives away.
He's trying to engineer a knife fight between these two.
I don't think that Mum and Dad would have signed off on this punishment if they knew that John Blackhorse was going to take away all of Josh's things and leave him with a knife and a blanket.
He weakly protests that he has blood sugar problems, and he's like, too bad. Too bad, kid.
So he says, look after one another, and drives off over the horizon, sort of leaving them here.
And then they sort of set out on the longest walk, basically.
Yeah,
they just start walking.
Yeah, so they kind of wander seemingly at random. If they're going somewhere on purpose, we've not been told where. Josh spots a cave up in the hills. As they walk, he tries to make conversation, but Thomas doesn't want to chat. You must have climbed these hills 1,000,000 times, says Josh. Isn't it a part of your culture and stuff? No, says Thomas. I don't sit around in caves passing peace pipes. Josh isn't deterred. He's like, so what is Hojo? Is it like a vision quest? Navajo don't do vision quests, says Thomas.
Is it like a vision quest? No.
Okay.
Do Navajo do vision quests?
No.
Okay.
He doesn't tell him what it is, though. So I don't know. We're sort of left to kind of figure it out for ourselves, I guess, as the viewers.
Because Josh is like 11 and has never been out of his parents' supervision for more than about an hour.
Yeah.
He's like, maybe we could camp here by the water. And Thomas Blackhorse is like, no, this place will be crawling with bobcats and cougars in about 8 minutes.
Yeah. He's like, look at these animal tracks, and he huffily explains why Josh is an absolute clown for thinking that this is a good camping spot. Thomas stomps upriver and Josh tries to follow, but Thomas won't let him. He's still cross. He says, Josh, you didn't keep my secret. He insists that they camp separately and says, meet back here at 9 a.m. If you're not here, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I'll haul your coyote-eaten corpse back to your parents.
There'll be something left to bury. At this point, as I was watching this, I was curious to sort of get a sense of like how long this kind of wilderness bit was going to be a part of the movie. So I did scroll the play bar along, and it gives you like a little thumbnail preview. So I just sort of like scrolled along a few minutes and saw Josh speaking with a glowing hawk.
That's good. That's quite the preview.
Yeah, so I was like, okay.
That's where we're going.
I'll settle in then.
Well, I think there's a reason for the glowing hawk. So
yeah, we see Josh is scared by a snake. Then he finds a big feather. He looks at the feather as if to say, could it be a clue?
He turns it over in his hand like he's in L.A. Noire looking at a clue.
Yeah.
And then he just sort of picks a fistful of random berries off a bush and eats them.
Yeah.
And then we smash cut to him vomiting everywhere. Because he ate poison berries.
He finds a bush covered in suspect berries and he just gorges himself without hesitation. But you've got to remember, Andy, that the feather led him here. We can trust the feather, can't we? It's a clue. The feather is a clue. So yeah, he's doubled on the ground vomiting. Thomas is faring a bit better. He's gathered wood. He's made a cook fire. He has rice and beans, but oh no, he forgot his pan. Or probably more accurately, his grandfather threw his pan
into the woods. Along with his blood sugar medication.
So elsewhere, addled with toxic berries, Josh uses a little pack of matches to try and start a fire, but it's not working.
A wolf howls near him.
Yeah.
And he draws his tiny little penknife anxiously, getting ready to fight a wolf. His parents, meanwhile. What's in the New York Times this morning?
Yes. So, yeah, it's like his mum and, So Josh is sort of like in the fetal position in the dark and the cold, kind of like by a stream bed with he's stuck his feather in the ground. It's like the feather won't betray me. The feather's a clue.
My only friend.
My only friend. What I don't understand though is like, if they survive the night, how are they going to get home? Like, they're just walking around at random.
Yeah.
Aren't they at risk of getting lost? No one seems to sort of mention the risk of getting lost, but like, that's the danger, right? They could get lost. Josh doesn't know where he is. He just walks for hours in no direction. And he's like, well, tomorrow I'll go home. Will you though?
And even if he could like remember where he'd gone, he is now addled with toxic berries. So, I mean, who knows?
Damn you, Feather. This is all your fault.
I'll kill you. He falls upon the feather, stabbing.
Later we see him cradling the feather and apologising tearfully.
Luke, as you know, I am a culinary anthropologist.
Oh, God, you're not, are you?
Yes.
That's not what how you're describing yourself, is it?
Oh, it is. I'm going around at all the society functions, introducing myself as that, and then being asked politely to leave.
Okay.
But the problem with being a culinary anthropologist, as I am, Luke, is that I haven't eaten a decent meal in months. I'm eating all sorts of weird puffs and consommes.
Okay.
And
foams.
Cubes. Foams and tubes. Foam cubes.
And cubed foam.
Cubed foam.
Might I suggest, Andy, that what you should do is tell everyone that you're a culinary anthropologist and eat your cubes of foam when you're out and about. But at home, in the comfortable privacy of your own home, why don't you get involved with Factor? Because Factor is a fantastic, chef-prepared, dietitian-approved meal delivery kit. It makes it easy to stay on track and enjoy something comforting and delicious no matter how hectic the fall season gets, Andy.
That's really good advice. I think it is super hard to cube foam.
Yes.
And Factor gives you more variety and more meals. You can choose from a wider selection of weekly meal options, including premium seafood choices like salmon and shrimp at no extra cost. You hearing that? No, you don't have to pay extra. It's not a premium to get things like salmon and shrimp. It's all included.
Premium shrimp.
Shrimps.
Premium shrimp. Don't settle for the shrimp that other places will try and flog you.
Yeah, those horrible rubbery little pink commas. These are premium shrimp, all right? And you can savour global flavours like Asian-inspired meals influenced by China, Thailand and more.
97% of customers say that Factor helped them to live a healthier life. So why don't you feel the difference no matter your routine? Folks, if we were able to use this product, it's what we would use. So if you are in the USA, I insist that you eat smart.
Yeah, gutted, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just tantalising us with these premium shrimp. Anyway, eat smart at factormeals.com/momcan'tcook50 off, all one word, and use code momcan'tcook50 off to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for a year.
Whoa.
A calendar year, 12 months, folks. That's code momcan'tcook50 off at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year.
Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase.
Do you want a foam cube? Got loads of them.
No.
Luke, did you know it's basically Christmas and the holidays right now, basically?
Freaking finally. I'm so glad that I can stop pretending to like Halloween. I can bin it off, haul out my great big inflatable Santa and just start loving on it.
Okay, well, that's your prerogative, but you've got to consider the stressful parts of the holiday season as well, Luke, like finding something
what
cool
if it has a puncture?
To buy your friends and loved ones for the holiday season.
Yep.
Luke, do you realise how much the gifts that you give people at the holiday times reflect on you as a person?
Well, not very much, right? I hope.
It's huge. I judge everyone by the gift they give me at Christmas, and I will carry that judgment through to the next calendar year. So I'm just letting you know in advance. Better be good.
It sounds like we should probably all head over to Uncommon Goods, who make holiday shopping stress-free and joyful with thousands of one-of-a-kind gifts that you can't find anywhere else.
That's right, Luke. Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the US. Many are crafted by independent artists and small businesses, and because they're made in small batches, the best finds can sell out fast. So chop chop is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm on the website right now. I'm browsing gifts for teens, and they've got a smartphone-controlled paper aeroplane, which looks sick. I would love to send that baby up in the sky.
Oh my God.
Find Santa.
I'm looking right now.
Track him.
At an advent calendar of candy from around the world.
Oh, that's nice.
I love candy, and I love candy from around the world. Every day you get like rare candies from around the world. Oh my God.
Gosh. Wait, this is a nail file that looks like a cat's tummy. Right.
Okay.
I have to stop browsing uncommon goods or we'll be here all day.
Yeah, but listener, you don't have to stop browsing uncommon goods because you're certain to find the perfect Christmas gift there. So shop early, have fun, and cross some names off your list today. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/momcan'tcook. That's uncommongoods.com/momcan'cook for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods. We're all out of the ordinary.
Andy, true or false?
True.
It's important to... Okay, right, okay. Well, you actually were correct.
Yes.
Well done. The test is over. Would you like to know what the question would have been?
Please.
Okay. Well, it was going to be, true or false, is it important to manage the personal data about you that's floating around online? And you said true, which
false.
was correct.
No, I changed my answer. It's false.
No, the answer is true, Andy.
Is it?
Yes.
Why?
Of course it is.
What even is a data broker? I don't know.
For God's sake, I'll tell you what a data broker is in a minute. I shove you up against a wall by the lapels. A data broker gathers and collects your sensitive data, for example, names, addresses, social media profiles, and even your social security number, and they sell it to companies for profit.
No.
Does that sound like something that you want to happen to you? No.
Luke, how can I protect myself against these shady data brokers in their trench coats and their low-slung fedoras?
I press my face 1 centimetre from yours and hiss, incogni.
Your hot whiskey breath burns my eyes.
Incogni! Incogni is an automated service that works on your behalf to get your sensitive data removed from these data broker lists. That sounds good, right? If you were to do it yourself, manually, it would be a full-time job. It would take over 10 hours a day to get on top of this, but Incogni does it all for you.
Well, okay, Luke, this sounds great, but is it easy to set up?
Yes, there are only 3 easy steps, and it gives great peace of mind knowing that your data is no longer in the hands of bad actors. So, to get an exclusive 60% off an annual Incogni plan, go to incogni.com/momcan'tcook. That's incogni.com/momcan'tcook, or click the link in the episode description box.
Is there a service to stop you pinning me up against this wall?
No.
Man, I love to surf the internet completely unprotected, just on public Wi-Fi, just sharing my passwords and all my personal data.
No, Andy.
Enter details, sure will.
No.
Home address and enter. What?
I snatched the keyboard out of his hands and I frisbee it into a lake.
I need that for disseminating my public information and private.
No, you mustn't, Andy. Not until you get a VPN.
Oh.
Do you know what a VPN is?
Yes.
What is it then?
A very purple.
Oh my God!
Number plate.
He does a very purple number plate, as if I throw some of your other stuff in the lake.
Oh man,
frisbee it all in. A VPN or virtual private network creates an encrypted data tunnel, Andy, between your device and a VPN server. So your browsing data is sent
like in Tron.
Exactly like in Tron. It's like a Tron tunnel. Whoa. And it's got hard light holograms and light cycles and all sorts. Your internet service provider can't even view your traffic. So it keeps your data safe. It's great for your online privacy. And the VPN that I personally recommend, Andy, is NordVPN. It's a VPN service that I have been using for years and I really, really like it. You can get it on basically everything. I've got it on my computer. I've got NordVPN on my phone. I've got NordVPN even on my TV, if you can believe that. It's an incredibly flexible app. And it also has the added benefit that you can configure exactly which country you want the internet to think that you're in. So, for example, if you're travelling and you want to keep up with your shows at home and you keep getting those error messages that are like, this content's not available in your region, then you can change that easily.
I could be on the Japanese internet and get torn to shreds.
You could, yes, just like in Pixel Perfect.
Just like in
it could
Pixel
happen
Perfect.
to you.
Well, that's great news, because NordVPN is easy to use. You can connect with one click or use the automatic connection feature to protect yourself without having to do anything, and has more than 8,300 servers in 127 countries. So to get the best discount off your NordVPN plan, go to nordvpn.com/momcan'tcook. Our link will also give you 4 extra months on the 2-year plan. There's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The link is in the podcast episode description box. You going to help me get all of this stuff out of the lake, Luke?
Oh, no.
No?
Yeah, no, I'll help. How can I help? Best encouragement? Go, Andy!
All right.
Don't mind the eels. You can do it.
There are a lot of eels.
Punch that eel.
All right.
Oh my God, it's wrapping itself all around him. It's dragging him in. Oh, no. The eels have his data now.
Luke, I didn't think that anything could be as psychologically damaging as the Disney Channel original movie that we're currently watching.
Oh, really?
But then I realised that there is, and it is the stress and pain of hair loss.
Oh boy, yeah, it can be even more stressful than having to sit through a decom making scrupulous notes, one that you've probably already seen before, and then watch it again and pause and rewind. Every time there's a newspaper, you have to freeze frame it to check that there's nothing absolutely insane printed on there. I tell you what, it can be really stressful, but that really only serves to highlight just how stressful it can be to think that you might be losing some of your hair.
That's right, hair loss isn't just about hair, it's about how you feel when you look in the mirror. And Hims helps you take back that confidence with access to simple, personalised care that fits your life.
Yes, listener, Hims offers convenient access to a range of prescription hair loss treatments with ingredients that work, including chews, oral medication, serums, and sprays. There are so many vectors by which you can get this stuff.
That's right, doctor-trusted, clinically proven ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil that can stop further hair loss and regrow hair in as little as 3 to 6 months.
There are no hidden fees and no surprise costs, just real personalised care on your schedule. Think of Hims as your digital front door that gets you back to your old self with simple 100% online access to trusted treatments for real health concerns all in one place.
For simple online access to personalised and affordable care for hair loss and more, visit hims.com/momcan'tcook. That's hims.com/momcan'tcook for your free online visit. hims.com/momcan'tcook.
Individual results may vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride. Featured products include compounded drug products which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for full details, restrictions, and important safety information.
So they each have a sort of hallucinatory dream. Thomas Blackhorse sees a spear in front of him. He grabs it and he has a vision of an elder telling him to bring the herd back to our people.
Yep.
Not my problem, he says. It is, says the elder. This land is part of you. You must go. Aye, he says, and then explodes.
Yeah, the guy explodes into particles going, ah! And then Thomas says, or what? In his vision, Scout is also here, and the whole thing is like sepia toned. And also he's like wearing traditional Navajo garb, possibly. I don't know. It really depends how careful the film was.
Yeah.
How much research? I mean, I don't know. I'm inclined to think maybe they weren't very careful. So their dissolved forms fly across the plains and reform by a buffalo. You talk to him, Thomas says to Scout. Scout remains silent, though, of course. And then he addresses the buffalo. Why are you out here all alone? The buffalo says, moo. You will never be forgotten, says Thomas to the buffalo. We will help each other. And the buffalo says, moo. Then he waves his spear and the sepia landscape transforms into glorious technicolor and the plains fill with buffalo. And we cut back to we see Thomas sleeping. So we know that this was a kind of dream, hallucinatory dream he had. This is probably the point at which the film is like the most patronizing, I think. Like, especially because the character of Thomas is kind of interesting because he's kind of rubbing up against his Navajo heritage and his grandparents are like really into it and desperately want him to sort of like abide by the traditions and stuff.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't want to. We find out that his parents didn't want to either. They like left but died in a car crash.
Trying to leave,
Trying to leave. So, and so Thomas is like, I don't know. I want to like go see the world. I want to explore. I want to find
live
myself
in Brooklyn and go to a bodega and get coffee at 2 a.m. and
which are like, you know, it's not like it's not the wildest. It's not an unachievable dream, is it? Like, it's fine, Thomas. I think if you want that.
No, and also it's, you know, it's an interesting balance, isn't it? It's like there are these old traditions and the buffalo, someone needs to look after the buffalo, but also, you know, that's been put onto Thomas without his consent and he's sort of pushing back against that.
And Thomas is dutifully doing this. He is like, he spends his days helping the herd. He has no actual plans to sort of nope out of New Mexico or anything.
He says that he couldn't do it. He couldn't. Yeah. He'd love to, but he won't.
Yeah, he feels like he's got to look after his grandparents, he's got to look after Scouts, he's got to look after Third. It's, you know what, the more we have this conversation, the more obvious it is that Thomas should really be the main character of this film, because he's got by far the clearest decom arc, which is that at the beginning he doesn't like buffalo and Navajo culture. I mean, look, obviously this film like massively conflates just the concept of the animals, of like buffalo, animal, with Navajo culture, but like at the beginning he's got that tension. He doesn't want to do it. He doesn't really see the point. He wants to go out and explore. His overbearing grandparents like desperately want him to sort of, live, eat and sleep, carry on their work and their ways. And then you'd think that like by the end of the movie they could go on an arc and, a middle ground could be reached. He could sort of go and travel as he wants, but, keep his cultures in his own way or something. That's how most decoms work, is the parents realise that it's okay for their kids to follow their dream or whatever.
But also keeping their traditions alive in their heart. But no,
exactly.
We see it all through the eyes of this 11-year-old jerk, Josh.
Yeah.
And everything comes down to a big BMX race.
Yeah, that Josh does for the future of the Navajo people.
So meanwhile, like in contrast with this dream, we see Josh sleeping and he's sort of twitching and asking for fries with that. But then suddenly he is visited by a spirit hawk.
Yes, it lands near him on top of the bluff. He feeds it. Thanks, the bird says. That's it. This place is way too whack for me. I gotta go home. But of course, as he stood atop this high bluff, there's nowhere to go. So instead, he addresses the bird.
I can't fly, he says. You've never tried, says the eagle. We all have bird in us. What kind of bird spirit will you be? I've written, I think this bird is trying to encourage him to throw himself off the cliff.
I'm from the city. I take trains. I can't fly without 2 engines and a fuselage.
You never tried. We all have bird in us. Obviously, some more than others. What kind of bird spirit are you going to be?
Okay. Go. What are my choices?
Ravens, blue jays, crows. My family, the hawks. Mighty, fierce, and very good looking. And there is eagle, mighty messenger between up there and down there. A true leader. So, what bird spirit are you? Get back to me when you find out.
So the bird flies away looking very CGI, and Josh jumps off the cliff. He tumbles, but then flies. He soars across the plains, and he lands by the Shining Steps, was it called?
The Shining Steps, the waterfall,
Yeah, the waterfall, in his dream. Back in real life, Thomas is woken by the wind picking up. Josh is woken too. This storm is blowing in. They yell for each other. They run through the night towards each other's voices. The wind's bringing in a storm, Thomas says. We can make it to the cave.
Yeah.
And we cut to the cave that Josh saw earlier, where they sit with a fire, and Thomas gives Josh some jerky.
Yeah, they share jerky. Josh tells of his dream. The Navajo love eagle, says Thomas Blackhorse. I dreamt about buffalo, he says. You should get out more, says Josh. I'm tired of being Navajo, says Thomas. I want to be from Brooklyn or Graceland.
Yeah.
I don't think Graceland is somewhere you can be from. It's Elvis Presley's house.
Well, Elvis is from there.
I suppose. It's more accurately from Tupelo, Mississippi.
Well, he was, but then he moved to Graceland.
And now he's from Graceland.
Yeah.
Okay, well, to one day own Graceland is a fine goal.
Fine aspiration, yeah. Go for it, says Josh, but Thomas says he can't leave Scout or his grandparents. And yeah, this is where he reveals that his parents left here and died in a car crash en route to Seattle. That's when Scout stopped talking, he says, and she hasn't spoken a word since. What do the doctors say? Asks Josh. Nothing, says Thomas, which seems unlikely.
Yeah.
Josh's comment, what a whacked place. End of scene.
Yeah. I'm not sure what happens next. So the next day, Josh is at home enjoying a hot shower. Someone shouts, "It was only one night," from off screen.
It's Dad.
And then we cut to him riding his bike.
Yeah, so Josh is enjoying a hot shower, being like, yes, modern comforts. And Dad yells, "It was only one night," just to sort of like downplay Josh's achievement of sort of, but Dad didn't do it.
And also that full sentence is, "It was only one night."
Yeah.
Surviving in the wilderness, dying of berry toxicity and being menaced by wolves.
Yeah, it was only one night.
And fighting a snake.
It was only one night. Not impressed.
All right.
It's like, well, you do it then, Dad. Anyway, Dad's a jerk.
So the bicycle knaves are out. They ride up. We're glad to see you. We were just trying to remember where those waterfalls were, they said. You've got to clean up your mess, says Josh. Nah, man, we just want to swim, they say. No way, says Josh. Shining Steps is private property. Get over it, says Kyle. I'd rather settle it, says Josh. And they square up. It's going to be a one-on-one race. The winner will respect or disrespect the Navajo based on the opposite of their original position.
Yeah, one-on-one we race. I win, says Kyle. We get to ride wherever we want, whenever we want. And you and your tribe back off. I win and you guys get lost, says Josh. And the location is set the Turquoise Mountain Ski Resort. The trail will be Devil's Revenge. And it will happen in 2 weeks' time. They were going to do it in 1 week, but one of the knaves is getting his braces off, so they reschedule.
Yeah, this is another one of those races that I think it was the same in Back on Board, where it's like the situation is, if I win, I get to do whatever I want with your land.
Yeah.
And if you win, I'm not allowed on your land, like is currently the situation.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, right.
So,
yeah, Josh has not negotiated this at all. Like, he should say, if I win, you clean up Shining Steps. You, like, clean off your graffiti and swear you'll never, ride your bike.
Disrespect the Navajo again.
Disrespect the Navajo again, but he doesn't do that. He just... Also, like, don't you just love Josh sort of wagering 11 million acres of Navajo land
land on
he doesn't own and can't give away?
The Navajo are like, damn, who did what? Who is Josh?
Oh, man. I hope Josh wins.
I don't. So, okay.
It's going to be a big problem.
So, okay, he's someone that Thomas Blackhorse knows. Well, who's Thomas Blackhorse? He's a kid who lives in some town.
Right. Okay.
Well,
I hope Josh wins.
Yeah. So later, Josh lets himself into Grandpa Blackhorse and Abuela Rose's bedroom while they're sleeping.
This is so weird. He, like, kicks open the door to his shack and he finds John Blackhorse in bed with his wife. John Blackhorse
makes the sort of off hand motion.
Yeah, he regards him impassively as if to say, why have you done this?
And then he makes the off hand motion. And then later they meet outside his shack. Josh,
why did you do this, Josh?
Josh just forces his way into this old couple's bedroom while they're asleep.
He's come to seek Navajo remedies to make him better at bike riding. John nods as if to say, I wish I was in bed with my wife still. So Josh wants to be ready for cross-country and downhill mountain biking. Do you have a good and true reason, says John Blackhorse. Josh says yes.
Funny you should your ancestral lands.
Funny you should mention, actually. Yeah, I've wagered 11 million acres of Navajo land. And I've got 2 weeks to get incredibly good at mountain biking.
Or else you people are in trouble.
Yeah, or else you're in big trouble. But don't worry, I won't lose. And then when I win, they'll stop doing the thing that they're not allowed to do currently.
When I win, they won't be allowed to ride on your lands, like they aren't already.
Have you eaten anything today? John Blackhorse asks. Josh says no. Then don't, he says, and he gives Josh a jar of green liquid. Mm-hmm. We cut to Josh riding his bike and practicing. He keeps falling off his bike. Maybe this green stuff is not helping.
At home, he makes sacred Navajo tinctures.
Yeah.
Mom pours scorn on them and compares it to bloodletting and leeches.
This is even older, Mom, he quips back, knowing that if there's one thing you want from your medicine, it's for it to be as old as possible.
It's for it to be as old as, yeah.
Yeah.
The Buffalo gang see him doing sit-ups and confront him. Why are you doing this? They say. I challenged Kyle to a race. I win and they're out of here. Who are you to take this on, says Thomas Blackhorne. What if you don't win? I'll win, says Josh.
Good point.
Good point, yeah.
This is not a good idea, they tell Josh. Yes, it is, he says.
Thomas, you said it yourself. I didn't understand at the time how important it is to do something bigger than yourself for others. And it's the only thing these guys accept.
I'll race him. No offense, you're a tourist around here.
Thomas is right. But he should totally defend the din atop
Moon! Where is the race?
Devil's Revenge. You guys know it?
Whoa.
So this is Devil's Revenge.
Yeah, it's a huge mountain.
It is a mist-filled death canyon. My note here is like, wait, so when we saw Josh practicing, he wasn't practicing at the spot where the race is going to be.
No.
He was just riding his bike. He knows how to ride his bike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thomas Blackhorse says, I'll do the race. I know the terrain. I have to do it, says Josh. Scout agrees, and Thomas Blackhorse tries to reason.
Yeah.
Scout says that he can do it. She hands him a turquoise necklace. You'll need this for good fortune. Turquoise heals and attracts good friends.
And we kick into a training montage, everyone having agreed that Josh is the
champion of the Navajo people.
Champion of the Navajo people. This white teenager who moved to town a week ago and has gambled the land on a bike race. So in the montage, we see Josh riding his bike over a bridge.
Yeah.
He does pull-ups. He rides his bike after the truck. He does everything except ride Devil's Crack or whatever it's called.
He does everything except learn the terrain he'll be cycling on. He cycles at 30 miles per hour, we see. He bathes in green goo, which gives him powers.
As a sidebar, why is every land formation called the Devil's something?
It just sounds intimidating. But this is just, it's a pretty big mountain, I guess.
I mean, can I give you a list of ones just from the UK?
Yeah.
Because I was like, I swear everywhere I go, there's a Devil's something. Okay. Here's just some formations just in the UK. Devil's Dyke, Devil's Punch Bowl, Devil's Beef Tub.
Excuse me?
The Devil's Pulpit, the Devil's Chair, the Devil's Den, the Devil's Arrows, the Devil's Jumps, the Devil's Bridge, the Devil's Frying Pan. At that point, I stopped scrolling. I was like, come on, can we not name a sort of land formation anything else?
Well,
the Devil's Beef Tub.
The Devil's Beef Tub is pretty good.
It's like a hill. Why?
Oh, man.
Anyway, fine. So we see Carl bathing in this green herb bath. Herbs are heaped up on his knees. Mum sort of presses her ear up to the door, as people keep doing when Josh is in the bath.
Josh is in
or
the
shower.
bath. He needs to be monitored, yeah.
Yeah. She says it smells good, like she's cooking him. We see Josh catch up with the bicycle knaves. You don't have the bike or the chops to beat Kyle, they tell him.
Yeah, he tries to overtake Kyle, and Kyle puts a stick in his spokes and sends him flying. Josh is hurt bad, and his bike has a busted wheel. At home, we see there's a raging storm. Mom is calling around trying to find Josh. She calls Thomas Blackhorse to ask if he's there. No one knows where he is.
So then Mum does the next natural thing when a child is missing. She calls the children's radio station and asks them to ask anyone if they've seen him.
She calls Mr. New Vegas on the radio.
Yeah. We're looking for Josh Townsend, says Domino. 5'6", brown hair. And as this happens, we see Josh collapsing in the mud.
Yeah.
He's forced to abandon his bike, so he's now just sort of like walking through the storm with no bike.
Plug in, Josh. Your mum's looking for you, says Domino. She's out combing the neighbourhood. She calls Thomas Blackhorse again, and he says maybe he's gone to the train tracks. And then him and his grandpa go out searching too. They drive directly to Josh and pick him up. So I don't know why they didn't just do that earlier.
Doesn't take long. Thomas is the one to find Josh. He's frozen and shivering. I could have beaten Kyle, he mutters, delirious. Probably off camera. He ate a load more poison berries.
He found a load of poison oak that he just ate.
So we cut to Josh back home. He's tucked in his bed, all warm, but he's sort of unconscious. John Blackhorse, who encouraged this insane obsession, says that Josh's bruises will heal, but his spirit needs Herba del Lobo extract. Dad says, well, we've got a medical doctor on the way, a bit snippily.
Yeah.
But then the medical doctor examines Josh and concludes that his bruises are going to heal just fine, but there's something wrong with his spirit.
Yeah.
The doctor says, has he been under any kind of pressure or stress?
Yeah.
And then later, they're all gathered in the kitchen.
Grandpa tells Dad of the competition. Dad is shocked. Thomas Blackhorse explains the bike knave gangs and Josh's wager. He's a strong rider, they say. In Josh's room, medicine man rituals are performed over Josh's prone form.
Yeah,
Burning sage is wafted.
Smudge stick. Yeah.
And the smudge stick. Dad sneezes like a nerd.
Yeah. He starts to splutter and cough and has to leave.
There's a special announcement on the radio that Josh has hurt himself.
But they all hope he's going to be okay. Also, he hasn't hurt himself. Like, he's sort of in bed with a fever, but like everyone sort of decided that it's definitely true that the reason he won't wake up is because his spirit is ailing.
Yeah, and they put this on the radio.
He's doing the restless sleep of a boy who's embroiled in a competition that could see a racist boy inherit 11 million acres of Navajo land.
So Dad hears this radio announcement while he's driving.
Yeah, Dad manages to find the time in all this to go insane.
It's just, Dad, it's like something out of a David Lynch movie. This is
the Odyssey. I don't know what they were going for with this.
No, Dad is driving, and then he sees like Burma shave signs, where it's like bits of a sentence on the side of the road, and he sees
looking for.
It says
something,
looking for something ? And he drives up to a store called Things Forgotten.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, this is a dream sequence. Okay, fair enough. I understand.
Yeah.
What's happening
Yes,
here.
exactly. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
He like when he got a big huff of the sage.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe it's sort of like now he's having a hallucination. I don't know. That seems to be the implication.
Yeah.
Because he steps
he basically
inside.
walks into the store from the Stephen King novel Needful Things.
Yes, right. It's got many strange objects in glass cases, loads of old toys that you kind of sort of get the implication. Maybe a dad's old toy.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to have some kind of like spiritual revelation here. There's a young girl sitting in a chair.
You're looking for something, but you don't know what.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm just a little lost.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm trying to get something for my son.
Get him a bike.
Excuse me?
A bicycle.
That's a brilliant idea. But how did you know that? I'm sorry. I'm a scientist. I measure, calculate. Things are pretty much absolute for me, and I don't understand you people.
There's one in the back.
One what?
One bicycle. I can let you have it real cheap.
So, what was all that about?
Well, clearly it was a sort of spiritual dream that Dad had. None of that was real, of course.
No, of course not.
Anyway, we cut to the bike at the foot of Josh's bed.
We cut back home, and Dad has brought back this sick red mountain bike from what I guess we have to assume is a real shop. Or did Dad hallucinate and rob a house?
Dad's eyes like saucers wandered into the bike store and helped himself.
And they're like, no, let him go. He's out of his mind.
Yeah, you can't interrupt them when they're like this.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous.
You've got to let him finish.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's weird.
Josh has been asleep for 2 days, we're told, but his wounds are now healing nicely now that he's finished his spiritual battle off camera.
He wakes up and he sees the bike. Tight, he declares. Alehoof has cured his wounds, he's told. Josh comments on the bike. Well, apparently, says Dad, you need one for the race. I don't know, says Josh. I do, says Dad, overruling Josh's reluctance.
You're doing the race, son.
To raise the devil's ironing board for the fate of the Navajo people.
So they drive over.
Yeah.
Dad is nerding it up about velocity and stuff because he's science. The locals are all assembling for the big race to determine the future of the Navajo people. The bicycle knaves arrive. I've written, it feels like a while since we've had a decom with a race at the end, and I love it.
Yeah. I love it. I really like it. Dad's bought a telescope because Josh is like going to be so far away and high up it requires like astral instruments.
Yeah. Maybe I'll let you ride on my land, says Kyle, who's perhaps overestimated Josh's ability to sign the Navajo tribal lands over to him and his children's bicycle gang.
Yeah, like in his mind, Kyle's already spending the money. He's like,
he's like, we'll put the Kyle Casino here.
Yeah, he's planning like all sorts of developments and stuff. Yeah. So Moon starts the race. He drops his arm. The race is on. The note I have is that this whole thing is like such a bad vibes thing for the parents to be doing, because like this often happens in decoms, right? Like kids will find themselves embroiled in a competition or a race or something, like a bit of like a little bit of schoolyard rivalry that's kind of like boiled over.
Yeah.
But what's odd that it is in this one, all of the grown-ups in the kids' lives have given it their blessing.
Yeah, they're all like there, like it's a school fun run or something.
Yeah, like they're all there to, like, mum and dad are there to watch. As they cycle away, the first thing that happens is that, like, Kyle deliberately bumps into Josh and sort of knocks him off his bike in full view of his parents and loads of grown-ups, and they all watch go like, oh.
And Dad's like, oh, like he's appealing to a ref, but there isn't a ref.
There isn't a ref.
It's just a blood feud between two boys.
Like, all the grown-ups involved in this should be stopping it.
Yeah.
Like, it's seriously, like, yeah, the vibes are way off of this whole competition. It's like, Kyle is a nasty boy.
Yeah.
This is not the way, you know? Like, this is not going to help anything or fix anything. It's just it's a bad idea, up and down.
It's like if there was a fight at the local school between two boys and, like, everyone's parents came along and were like,
yeah,
ooh, I'm interested to see who wins the fight.
I hope the good boy wins the fight, because the bad boy has been doing a lot of bad things. And I'm sure that what will stop the bad boy from being a bad boy is losing a fight in front of everyone. That'll help. Yeah,
that'll have a positive effect on his personality. I bet.
I'm sure that'll fix it. Anyway, so somehow Domino is doing commentary over the radio from 10 miles away.
She's got a phone and someone's relaying it to her. It's like the radio sequences in The Warriors. She's like providing updates like, let's get down to it, boppers. Sources say the heat is on.
Probably the race is finished by the time she's doing this.
Sources say that Kyle has sprouted sacred eagle wings and flown into the sky. I don't know if my source is reliable.
My source may have eaten some berries.
Kyle hits a rock because he doesn't know the ancestral lands, and he sort of takes a spill, and Josh overtakes him. Dad is observing all of this on the Hubble Space Telescope and loving it.
Yeah. We cut briefly to Jean, the woman... Jean, who is, for some reason, driving her car across the buffalo plains. And then her engine backfires, starting a buffalo stampede. She goes, "Oh, man."
I was just trying to take a shortcut through the sacred buffalo fields, and my car backfired, spooking the buffalo.
Yeah. So Josh makes it up to the top. Remember, this is an ascent and then a descent. So he gets up to the top. He stops. From here, he can see, oh no, the buffalo. They're off the preserve, he says. And he starts the downhill stretch. He stops for ages to look at the buffalo. It's like, this is a race, Josh. Maybe press your advantage. Anyway, fine.
Yeah.
So Josh is in the lead. Kyle is catching up, though, and he's going, as he rides his bike.
Yeah. The devil's revenge, says Domino. Mountain biking's motherlode. Kyle skids instead of taking a big jump, but Josh is brave and does the big jump to get a lead. Once again, he skids to a halt instead of pressing the advantage. Kyle has to take the long, coward way around. Josh cycles up to Thomas Blackhorse. He's off the trail. And Thomas is like, what are you doing? You're in a race, idiot. But he says, no, the buffalo are stampeding. The whole herd is heading towards town.
We have to stop them before they reach the ridge, says Thomas. So then Josh addresses the other bicycle knaves. He tells them that the buffalo are stampeding and that they're going to destroy the town. And then he cycles off to help. And the evil knave children look conflicted, but then their powerful leader, Kyle, arrives on the scene.
Dude, that was awesome. I mean, did you see me? I totally kicked his butt right out of the chute.
No, you didn't.
Whatever. I rule now.
Didn't you hear? The herd got out.
Not my job. Those guys need help. You don't live there, remember? Dude, I'm gonna finish the race.
I do think that Josh should focus on winning the race.
Yes.
Because if Kyle wins the race, which he's just gone off to do easily with no competition, he'll probably just shoot all the buffalo for fun. The next, and it won't matter that they're,
No, and I think Josh's contribution to herding the buffalo isn't going to outweigh the loss of 11 million acres of Navajo land.
Probably not.
They've probably got enough people to round the buffalo.
Yeah.
To be honest.
So out on the plains, Scout, Thomas, Moon and Josh, and also a bunch of the knaves who have done the right thing, survey the scene.
Yeah.
Thomas sort of directs the endeavour. He says, don't get too close. They want to go where we want them to go. They just need to know where that is. And we get like the same shot of stampeding buffalo several times, but fine. There's lots of blue screen of kids riding their bikes near stampeding buffalo. It doesn't look too bad though, to be fair.
At one point, Thomas Blackhorse takes a spill. He's stricken on the ground. Scout rides up. A buffalo is there, ready to kill. To kill its kind protector, Thomas Blackhorse.
Sort of.
These buffalo, it should be said, absolutely hate Thomas Blackhorse.
So this buffalo eyes him dangerously, and Scout stands in front of his prone form, and we get a frankly hilarious crash zoom on the buffalo to imply its evil nature. It's like a sort of slow motion, doom crash zoom on the sort of famously gentle eyes of the buffalo.
the deep brown loving eyes of the buffalo. But then Scout starts singing "Lean on Me." She's spoken.
Oh yes,
and the words are Bill Withers' very finest.
Yep.
The buffalo's favourite song sung. It calms down. Thomas Blackhorse joins in the song. Elsewhere, the other kids all ride successfully and herd the buffalo safely.
Mm-hmm. The evil buffalo stomps off appeased, and the buffalo is safe. Later, Domino addresses the town. Now the buffalo are back where they belong, and our kids are safe. We want to thank everyone, she says. And we cut to another one of Abuela Rose's famous potlucks, where Josh and the kids are the guests of honor. Scout can talk again now.
Kyle never appears in the film again.
Yeah.
He presumably finished the race. The Navajo lands was signed over to him. And now he owns 11 million acres of New Mexico.
Yeah, now he's kind of drawing up plans to sort of have them turned into like BMX trails and
Biff Tannen's Pleasure Palace. Yeah. So, pretty bad end.
Yeah. Scout can talk again. Her trauma is just sort of
gone now.
Gone. John Blackhorse addresses the crowd. Navajo can reside in the city, he says, but we can never really live there. He says, speaking for everyone. The memories of our animal brothers and sisters are within us. They wake and stir when we come to our holy place, our Dinetar. And he calls up Thomas, who you'll remember wants to leave and doesn't like any of this. And he gives him his father's arrowhead necklace. When you wear this, you honour our ancestors, he says. Through your veins runs the blood of a proud people. And I guess Thomas smiles in a way as if to say, I've changed my mind. I won't follow my dreams. My new dream is my grandfather's dream.
Yeah. Sometimes these truths come to us through strangers who become friends, he says. Tonight we honour Josh, this horrible boy, for uniting so many to defend the buffalo. You have earned the name Rides with the Wind. The two of you have lived the ideals of friendship and loyalty that binds nations together. We are all blessed, he says.
Yeah, look, I know it's a children's film, but like this is way too neat. I hate the sort of implication at the end that like Josh and Thomas, sort of represent
the platonic ideal of friendship. Yeah.
Yeah.
They still pretty much don't like each other at this point. Why isn't there a scene here where Kyle comes in and he's like, man, I really learned something today. I won't ride on the ancestral lands again.
There isn't, because I think the ancestral lands are his now.
They're gone now.
It is wild that they don't address it. So what we are, jokes aside, we are left with the strong implication that Kyle doesn't have any friends now because all of his friends saw the light and helped with the buffalo, because he just rides off to sort of win the race by himself, and then we don't see him again. They could have. There were so many ways out of this. There could have been a shot of him
like,
I don't know.
His friends ride off, and he's like conflicted, and then he's like, "Oh, what? Dang it!" And then he rides off again, and he helps round up the buffalo because he realizes it's important.
That could be nice, or he could have showed up at the potluck at the end and been like, "Look, I just wanted to.
I've been thinking a lot
apologize
about how I've been behaving, and it's wrong and stuff."
Yeah. Or he could have finished the race if you didn't want to give him, a turnaround at the end, which is fine. Then he could have completed the race and gone, oh, yay, I win, the lands are mine. And a grown up there could have been like, shut up, Kyle. There are more important things happening. Look around you, man. Look, the world's bigger than you. And then, someone could have just given him a general talking to, and that would have covered it off.
Or how about this? There was a bear waiting at the finish line.
Oh, that's good.
And because Josh chose to selflessly round up the buffalo, he didn't go there. But Kyle, wanting to win, went down there and was mauled and killed by a bear.
Yeah, that'd be good. Well, they maybe they've got a radio broadcaster for exactly this sort of narrative heavy lifting. Yeah. She could have said, now the buffalo are back where they belong and our kids are safe, and Kyle was eaten by a bear.
Good thing Josh didn't finish the race.
Wow. Yeah. Now we want to thank everyone. And then we cut to the famous potluck.
Yeah.
Where they're all, they all raise a glass in memoriam of Carl.
So Thomas
taken too
Josh,
soon by a bear.
So Thomas and Josh talk a little. Nice place you have here. Better take care of it. He says, we will, right? Says Josh. And then they bro grab and the film ends.
Yep. That's it.
The end.
This time next year, this land they vow to take care of is 11 million acres of BMX track.
And casinos.
Yeah. Well, that was that.
Yeah. Bit of a shorter episode this week because nothing really happens.
There's but I don't mind that. This feels more just because to say that not very much happens isn't to say that the film is devoid of plot. I think it's actually got kind of the right amount of plot. It doesn't feel normally these episodes are long because
there's too much
movies
plot.
Yeah, there's too much plot, and these movies are so insane that they take quite a long time to unpick and go through and to try and unravel. But this one, I don't know. It's I think I would probably file this under the fairly broad Disney Channel category of hearts in the right place. You can see what it's trying to do with its messaging. It is clumsy and patronizing.
Yeah, it leans really heavily into the magical native trope.
Yes, which is really not very good and not very nice. But yeah, I don't know. But like I think it basically plays it pretty safe. The plot is just sort of bland and normal and quite uneventful, and everyone learns a lesson. And there's a bike race.
There's a bike race, and I mean, what more do you want?
Yeah. I'll tell you what more I want, Andy. I want to read an email.
Yes, please.
And I'll be honest, I've been waiting all episode to read these emails because they come off the back of our Haul Out the Halloween episode.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the inbox has been aflame with people sharing their HOA stories and all sorts. But what I want to tell you, remind the listeners how Haul Out the Halloween ends.
So it ends with Jared Farnsworth receiving a velvet envelope containing an embossed card with the incredible news that he's been accepted to the Norwegian Santa Academy.
So obviously we laughed, Andy, at the idea of this Santa Academy, but several of our listeners have written in to inform us that there are real Santa Academies, and I'm happy to inform you that their websites are the funniest things in the whole freaking world. So thank you, Meg, who sent us a link to the Northern Lights Santa Academy. Learn, share, network. Get sanitized.
Get sanitized. TM. Registered trademark.
Get sanitized at the Northern Lights Santa Academy.
Also get sanitized. You will need to get sanitized.
You will need to get sanitized before and after. There's our team of instructors.
I love it. So it seems that Santas have created a whole sort of a bunch of made up professional governing bodies for themselves that are awarding themselves advanced doctorates and degrees in Santaing. I'll read you a little from one of the Santa instructors.
Yes, please.
In continuing to study the many-faceted art of Santa performance, he holds course completion certificates from several local and national Santa schools and has earned a PhD degree from the International University of Santa Claus.
What's PhD?
Is there a doctor on the plane? Why, yes. I hold a PhD from the International University of Santa Claus. Luke, you may be surprised to know that PhD, what it stands for. I will read you another one from another Santa.
Oh, yes, please.
He regularly attends the Northern Lights Santa Academy, always with his Mrs. Claus wife, Dana, and both have graduated with an advanced professional holiday doctorate, brackets advanced PhD. They enhance their training with hundreds of hours of online professional Santa and Mrs. Claus training and improv classes each year.
Okay, amazing. Can I read you a professor bio from this website?
Yes, please.
Professional affiliations include the Fraternal Order of Real Bearded Santas. And his beard is registered with the National Beard Registry.
Oh my God, you can do that?
In 2018, this Santa was inducted into the prestigious Knights of St. Nicholas, an elite organisation within the Santa industry that upholds the principles of the Santa Claus Oath, capital S, capital C, capital O, and currently has less than 40 inductees. Honoured to be inducted into the International Santa Claus Hall of Fame. If you do an International Santa Claus Hall of Fame, doesn't it immediately give away all this stuff gives away that Santa isn't real? It's like it's also counterproductive to the kayfabe of Santa, isn't it? The Knights of St. Nicholas. Oh my God.
According to this website, the National Beard Registry is a no-charge, just for fun website that shows photos of more than 100 hirsute men and lists their hometowns.
No charge, just for fun. Okay, and then we've got another one here. Thank you very much, Brian, who told us about the Charles W. Howard Santa School, which is considered, quote, the Harvard of Santa schools. And it's in Michigan. I became friends with the dean of the school, and I knew 2 other Santas that had gone through it. Every year they have about 300 students from all across the US, and even some from Europe and other parts of the world. Provides a 3-day training conference for the Santas that cover topics like the history of St. Nicholas, proper dress and makeup application, work with live reindeer, work with dead reindeer, how to groom a beard, American Sign Language, toy making class, and learning to improv. So there you go. It's really heartwarming in a lot of ways.
Oh my God.
Right. So there you go.
That's so good.
Oh, a high quality Santa can make about $150 an hour, while most mole Santas make about $30 an hour. So there you go. You make your money back.
There you go.
It pays for itself after just 10 Christmases.
And the National Beard Registry is no charge.
Yeah. Oh, apparently, Brian says Santas also learn not to overpromise, which is interesting. My favourite example is when a kid asks for a new gaming console. One of the Santas I know would regularly tell kids something like, I'll see what I can do, but I've got this one elf named Melvin who specialises in making that game system, but the trouble is every time he finishes making one, he sits down to test it out and winds up spending all night playing, and the next day he's too tired to make more of them, so we're behind on production. So there you go.
Sorry, you can't have the games console. It's too fun, and my elf is playing it and having an awesome time.
I'm not sure if I was a kid and I went and sat on Santa's knee and he was like, I don't know.
I'm satisfied with that.
The toy you've asked for. The toy you've asked for is pretty awesome and we want to play with it.
And I'm keeping it.
I feel like,
oh boy.
I mean, Santa, your production issues are not really my responsibility. I'm here being a good boy, holding up my end of the deal.
Yeah, I fulfilled my part of the bargain, Santa.
Yeah, right. Oh, anyway, so there you go.
Thank you so much for all of your letters and all of your letters about HOAs as well. They are fascinating reading.
Yeah, really fascinating and sounds really nasty in many, many cases. Oh, gosh.
Luke, you're probably wondering what decom we are doing next.
Oh, my gosh, I am, yes. Are we into Christmas?
No, not yet.
Not yet, okay.
The next decom we will be doing, Luke, is a good antidote to the chilly weather at this time of year in the Northern Hemisphere. I'm talking about 2013's Teen Beach Movie.
Oh, okay. A lot of people have mentioned this one.
Yeah, this is a popular one. I'll now read you the description on Disney+. Mackenzie and her boyfriend Brady catch a wave into a retro coastal musical.
Oh.
Do you want a slightly more detailed description?
Yeah, go on then.
Cowabunga! Catch a perfect wave of fun in the sun, splashed with excitement, surprises, and budding romance.
Ooh.
Life's a beach for surfers Brady and Mackenzie until a rogue wave magically transports them inside the classic 60s beach party flick,
What?
Wet Side Story.
What? Wet Side Story? Okay.
Where a full-blown rivalry between bikers and surfers threatens to erupt.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm getting more and more excited. I can't wait to be splashed with budding romance or whatever it promised.
Yeah, in Wet Side Story, which is definitely not a porn parody of West Side Story.
I don't think they checked before making it. The idea that anyone's making porn parodies of West Side Story.
West Side Story. It's very highbrow. So yeah, come on back next time for that. But if you can't wait for more Mum Can't Cook, you don't have to, because we have a Patreon at patreon.com/extra helpings, where in the off weeks we have bonus episodes about the Disney Channel original TV series So Weird, which is our favourite thing.
Yep.
And is now wrapping up in a kind of desperate flailing manner, which is extremely entertaining.
It is. Yeah, go to patreon.com/extra helpings to check it out and unlock all those hours and hours and hours and hours of bonus podcasts. Right now, we also have merch. If you go to mumcan'tcookmerch.com, you can check out some of our designs. You wanna tie-dye, why did they give up their hands dolphin tea? You want some dad shattering dunk designs? We got them.
Yeah, it's the perfect gift for yourself or the perfect Xmas holiday gift for the Mom Can't Cook fan in your life. That's momcan'tcookmerch.com.
Well, Andy, it looks like I made it to the end of the podcast with my creaky voice, just about.
Yeah.
So hand over the Eiffel Tower.
I know, but you were squeaking pretty hard throughout. So I feel
I made it. Hand over the Eiffel Tower. It's mine.
All right, it's yours.
Good. I'm going to ride my bike up and down it.
All right, go ahead.
Well, needless to say, I've hurt myself.
And you're in quite a lot of trouble with the French government as well, it says here on the radio.
Yeah,
I'm listening.
they're being remarkably unchill. Did they not hear about the deal, the wager? I guess. Man.
Well, they're saying that it wasn't mine to give away, but I mean, come on.
Okay, hang on.
No one was using it.
Let me talk to the police. I'll bet you Versailles that I can ramp my bike over the top. No, they're not going for it.
They say they don't own it. What is with these people?
I
All right. Well, we'll be back in a couple of weeks, folks. We got some legal trouble that we got to just sort out here. But don't worry, it'll all be fine.
Bye.
All right. I bet you the Arc de Triomphe that Luke's innocent. Hey, Luke, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great,
Good.
thanks,
You
Andy.
feeling limber? Feeling ready to race?
Yep. I'm ready to go. I've got my mountain bike all ready.
I've been issuing challenges for races all morning, and if we win all these races, we stand to make out like absolute bandits, Luke. This is...
Oh my gosh, what have we wagered? What have you wagered?
Well, first up, I have arranged a race with Chase Baker, Paul Stevens, Daniel Rogers, Kyle Bain, Ryan Midema, Brandon Plesh, Clarky the Bearded Coach Driver, Business Corgi, and Michael Hayden. We're going to be having a hot air balloon race for the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh!
Whoever wins just gets the bridge.
Oh, man.
We can institute tolls. We can charge people to take pictures of it. We can just knock it down if we want, I guess.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic to own the Golden Gate Bridge. That's amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I stand to benefit myself because with Michael Saul, Julian Rundlett, Tim Craven, Autumn Holloway, Matt S., Carl the Jedi, Andy's parents, Travelling Chips, Hillsman.
Hey, turn up and give them their chips.
Crescentia Che, and Who Needs to Sleep. I have wagered in a rollerblading race Tom Hanks's kidney. Yeah.
A rare and special kidney.
All those people, all those names I read out, they really want Tom Hanks's kidney, but I've got a good feeling.
Well, you know Chet Hanks has got his eye on it.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, well, I've got a good feeling that it's coming my way if I can rollerblade well.
And Chet Hanks, if you're listening, we're willing to talk. We are willing to talk. Okay, well, I've set up a race against brackets ? Paul Stokes, Alan St. George, Hypermole, Anna Petahova, Simon Ganzel, Andrea Pallas, Angel Beat, and Tilia Varroa. We're going to be having a horse race for the Lawrence Brothers trademark.
Oh,
so
cool.
Whoever wins that will be able to control the Lawrence Brothers with some sort of magnets, I guess. Just sort of drive them around the place, make them appear at conventions and things.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty good. I'm angling for a Horse Sense sequel. So fingers crossed we win.
Well, I hope Ethan Pearson, Blake Backlash, Now This Is Podcasting, Purple Disarray, Cole Mastro, Carl Clev, Philip Stevens, and I Await Mouse Hunt have done their stretches. Because we are going to do a running race. And what's the grand prize? Why, it's the planet Mars.
Oh, sick.
Who's going to get it? I hope me. I hope me. Can I get to it yet?
Yeah.
No, but I think I'll sleep better at night just knowing that it's up there waiting for me.
Knowing that you own it, yeah. Okay, well, don't sleep too much because I need you for the race against Shane Ente, Ash, Will Poretsky, the best of Rue left hours ago, Michael Kavanagh, Louise Lola, Danny Cap, and Z-Man. We're going to be having a downhill skateboard jam for the rights to the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater franchise.
Oh, cool.
That's right. Tony will, I assume, sign them over to whoever wins, and then we can just churn out a load of garbage motion control games basically till the end of time.
Oh my god.
Great.
Okay, well, I will be challenging Chris Pryor, Hannah Kirchner, Prince Reynart, Homemade Mask, Lord of the Salt Doctrine, Tony B, Jambo number 5, Brendan Brazier, and Aletis Merman in the white-hot crucible of competitive trampolining. And what's at stake? Why, it's entry to Christian heaven. That's right. Who will get to go to Christian heaven? Will it be them or will it be me?
Will it be us? It could be us.
The one thing that is for sure is that I have the power to grant that. Or not grant it.
Good. Okay, well, ready up for this race against John Sharplin, Richard Martin, Sarah Mattox, Adam Steele, Adam Cuddy-Routh, Courtney Rail, Quinn is Teething, Limited Patience, brackets Kiz, and Will Thomas. We will be taking part in a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time any % speedrun for control of the Tate and Lyle Sugar Factory in southeast London.
What are you gonna do if/when you win?
Eat a load of sugar, I guess, just straight off the conveyor belt. I just open my mouth.
Lovely.
Let it all go in.
Well, speaking of eating, I've got an eating contest lined up against Snowy Owl, Liz L, Adam Snig, Ben from Finance, Danny Bowyer, Nurse Jake, Jack Fabian, Danny Warden, Moist Drippings, and we are going to be competing to win Andy's teeth.
Hey.
If I win, I'll have 2 sets of teeth, which is useful because of all of the eating I'm going to do. You always lose a few teeth in an eating contest, don't you?
Damn, I'd better decay them quickly with the sugar. All right, next up we have Zora Stingray, Elizabeth Blake, Cara Dennison, Christoph, Ned Broadhead Shakespeare'd my mom, Michael Olsen, Crevolio, and Smashed Savannah Burger Boys and Girl. And we are having a race to the end of this sentence for the merchandising rights to the Monk Cook podcast. Yes, I think I did it.
You better have done it.
Yeah.
You better have done it.
Okay, I think we got our merchandising rights.
Meanwhile, I'm challenging Minnie, Clintana Lopez, Andy Meany, Duchess, Hef, Seish, R, Book Monster, Andrew the Osteo Gent, Paul Murphy 85, E.T. the Monk, and Jeebus Piers Jones to a dirt rally race. That's right, we're all piling into our rally cars and we're going to be doing several stages of rallying. And we are going to drive our rally cars up to Witch Mountain. That's right, it's a race to Witch Mountain. And the prize, the rights to the Race to Witch Mountain franchise.
That's good. I hear The Rock's ready to come back.
He's not welcome. It's one of the most... He's not... I know.
when I'm in charge.
I will be recasting it. As you know, Eric Von Detten was in an adaptation of Race to Witch Mountain.
Yeah, I will be returning Race to Witch Mountain to its solemn and dignified roots.
Yes, Eric Von Detten.
Which is to say, tiny Eric Von Detten.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, we should do Race to Witch Mountain.
We should do Race to Witch Mountain because it's also got Val in it from the baddie in Brink.
It's got Val. It's basically a Brink prequel.
Do you know who else it's got in it? Obviously, this is still the credits. It's going on quite a long time.
It's still the credits, yeah.
Do you know who else is in it? It's also got Elizabeth Moss from Mad Men. And Handmaid's
there you
Tale.
go.
Yeah.
All right, what were we talking about again? Oh, yes, thank you all so much for being patrons. We appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bring back Elizabeth Moss.
See you on the racetrack.